Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so we just had the kickoff here by the Green Bay Packers. So Buffalo will come out here first offensively. Josh Allen and company 5-1 on the season. Looking to add to that today. So we've got Michael here. What's good with you, Michael? And you say hello. You say Buffalo Bills will win. And so bet. But how are you doing? And so, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup here. And so, obviously, the Packers right now having what many consider a down year. But as the underdogs, can they come out with an upset, or will Buffalo come out and keep storming as they have for just about all season long? So, Lewis, what's good with you? You said, let's go Mafia. Bet. And so, Andrew, what's good with you? Meanwhile, first snap of the game here, going to give it to the back, and so the back's going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry. That's Devin Singletary with the first play of the game. But yeah, how are you guys doing? So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up here from the Buffalo Bills 30-yard line. And again, this offense has been known to put up points in bunches here. Let's see. Lewis says he took the over 45 in this one. So, okay, bet. Predicting a high-scoring game. Let's see. Allen with the football here, looking, throws the ball. Oh, that's going to be incomplete. That's going to be incomplete there. 3rd down coming up. He was targeting Gabe Davis on the play. So now you got 3rd and 4 coming up here. And again, ball right now from their own 31-yard line. All right, so 3rd and 4 here. Again, first possession of the game here by the Buffalo Bills here. And they're going to go 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Diggs going to go in motion here. Takes the snap. Allen's looking. Allen steps up on the move. Going to sling it up there. Incomplete again, targeting Gabe Davis here. Incomplete. And so, Mike, what's good with you? Mike says, well, look who you say I root Bills. And so, bet. Braden, what's good with you? Braden, how nice of you to show up for this one. He says, go, Pack, go. I don't know too many people that get to show up for their own team funeral. But, just kidding with you, though. I got a feeling that this game's going to be an interesting game there. But the Bills will be punting the ball here. So first drive did absolutely nothing with it. So they will punt the ball here. 3 and out. Packers with the football from their own 25-yard line. Stumbles and dives forward to about the 28, 29-yard line. And that's exactly where Aaron Rodgers and company will take over for their first offensive possession of the game here in the first quarter with 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go. But now is a good time for me to go ahead and put up the first poll question of the day. All right, let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and get the first poll question up there. Let's see. Lewis says Packers going to keep it close. I think the Packers will keep it close because I think this will be a game where it'll be a very defensive game, but who knows? Meanwhile, first play of the game, they give it to Aaron Jones here. And so Jones is going to pick up 2 yards from the carry. Now we got 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Packers from their own 30-yard line here. And again, getting the first poll question up here for today. All right, so shotgun formation here for Aaron Rodgers and company here. 2 receivers, got a tight end, fullback, and a back here. Again, against this stout Buffalo defense, takes the snap, going to give it to the back again. So Jones fights for a pickup of about a good 6 yards on the play. Not bad at all. So now we got 3rd and short coming up here. 3rd and 2. Ball at the Packers 36-yard line here. Again, first drive of the game of the Green Bay Packers. Their defense did their thing, and let's see if the offense can do their thing as well. And let's see. Lewis says you have Green Bay winning straight up. Okay, bet. Plus 10.5. All right, so here we go. Shotgun again. Again, 3rd and 2 right now. Receiver goes in motion here. Rodgers take the snap. The Bills send 4. Rodgers throws it near the sideline, but that is going to be completed there. And a first down here for the Green Bay Packers. They get the first down of the game. And it's a familiar face here for Bill fans. And Sammy Watkins with the 3-yard reception and a first down. Let's see. Braden says, voted for the Bills. LOL, gotta be real. Have some faith, Braden. You never know. You know how primetime games are crazy. You just never know. Mike says, Bills 56-7. Let's see how it plays out, Mike. Let us see. Meanwhile, Tunyon goes in motion. They snap the ball here. Fake it to A.J. Dillon. Rodgers looking. Rodgers pump fake. Now he's going to throw it to Dillon. Dillon makes the reception. Charges over somebody, and he's going to get, let's see, they say he's a yard short of the first, so it's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 1 coming up right now for the Green Bay Packers. But Mike's predicting the blowout here. All right, so here we go here. Shotgun formation again. Tight end goes in motion here. Takes a snap. Rodgers looking, going to throw it to the back. Aaron Jones, and Jones going to pick up the first down here. So nice pickup on the play there. Got the first down. And the Packers here moving the ball, taking it one play at a time. That's honestly what this drive feels like right now. One play at a time. Let's see, Braden says, I like how we're finally getting Aaron Jones involved. Hey, my other fantasy football team in my other league, extremely happy about that. And so, Black Medicine, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say troll, Tide, troll. Meanwhile, Rodgers take the snap here, gets to the back, and so Dillon going to pick up 2 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball at about the 43-yard line again here in the first quarter with 10 minutes and 35 seconds to go. If the Packers can get both running backs involved here, that would be tremendous in this one. Lewis says, on the business side, I have the Packers, but wouldn't bother me none if they lose. Lewis says, either way, he's going to be a winner here. But here we go. Shotgun formation here. Multiple tight ends on the play. Takes a snap. Fakes it to Dillon. Pressure all around him, and they got him for the sack. They got him for the sack. And so settle there with the sack. Aaron Rodgers loses 7 yards on that one. Now we got 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Ball right now at about the 50-yard line. So far in this drive, 7 plays, 22 yards, and about 4 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. Again, the first offensive drive of the game here for the Packers. Let's see, Black says he needs Aaron Jones to come through. You're projected to win by only 1 point in the other league. Oh, man, so you got no choice. You've got no choice. All right, here we go here. Rodgers with the football here. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's going to be caught by the receiver, but he's going to be about 3 yards shy of getting to that first down. He picked up 12 yards here. And so that was Christian Watson with the reception. Now, Watson seems to be down on the play. Hope that he's okay, but once he got hit, he stayed down immediately. Lewis says, man down. Again, here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go. The rookie right receiver, Christian Watson with the reception. 12 yards, but slow to get up here. Medical staff looking at him, and we're going to hit the commercial right now. And so Mike says, Allen, best quarterback ever. And so can't say that. Can't say that. And let's see, Black says he has Burrow, Dawson, and the Bills defense. And so, oh, he still has those guys left to play. And so, okay, bet. Yeah, you're going to need a big game from Mr. Aaron Jones. Mike says Patriots win. And so, yeah, I'm just thankful that we were able to win that game. Just thankful we were able to win that game. Absolutely. But a big one against the Jets. And let's see. Black says, Mike, you misspelled Nate Peterman. And so, let's see. Lewis says, damn, looked like his neck. Hopefully it's not serious. And so, oh man, I hope it's not his neck there, because I didn't see the actual play there. But in terms of the injury there, but if it's his neck, oh man, I hope that's not the case. Let's see. Mike says Brady has a better chance staying married than the Packers. Oh man, Mike taking shots here towards Brady. The ink has yet to dry on that divorce paper, and already taking shots here at Brady. But again, we are at the commercial right now. And so once we come back from the injury, in which we hope that Christian Watson is okay, we'll definitely be faced with 4th and 3 right now from the Bills' 38-yard line here for the Green Bay Packers. Here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Let's take a look at the poll right now. All right, so through 4 votes right now, we have 75% voting here for the Bills. But do make sure, guys, if you haven't already, that you do press the thumbs up button. And if you are watching and you're not subscribed already, go ahead and press that subscribe button as well. All right, so Lewis says Geno for MVP. And so, hey, Geno has been looking great. Braden says, come on, Mike. And so, yeah, Braden says, come on, man. I have to admit this. I mean, JB has to admit that he was dead wrong about Derek Carr. Derek Carr looks like a car with no engine, no ignition, and no motivation whatsoever. Like, he's not moving from that junkyard whatsoever. The display that the Raiders put up today was flat out embarrassing. To have that much talent and to go out there and can't produce a point. That was flat out embarrassing. Embarrassing. They let the Saints rout him like that. I mean, the Saints took him to the shed and just tore them up, basically. So it was bad. All around bad. All right, but here we go. Packers look like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3 right now. 10 seconds on the play clock. And so you got a bunch of receivers and tight ends here. He takes a snap here. Pressure all around him. Rodgers just got rid of it that time. And I don't blame him, because those Bill players, they look huge right now. And so Rodgers threw that one incomplete. Bills with the football, pressure all around them, and so incomplete. The closest receiver we can credit that pass target to was Romeo Doubs. That was about it. Let's see. Braden says Penn State almost beat Ohio State, but it didn't happen, and that's what matters the most, is that it didn't happen there. And so, and let's see. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? And let's see, Old says, what's good, JB and everyone? Mike says, I hope he get custody. He the GOAT. And so, well, he's the GOAT, but not the GOAT with his kids now. Not right now. Let's see. Black says, Carr is the Berthlene Bradford of the division. Ouch. Let's see. Mike says, stupid guy took his helmet off. All right, here we go. Allen up under center here. Gives it to the back. So the back. Run it. Nice carry on that one there by Singletary. And so Singletary, they're picking up about 9 yards on the play. Got 2nd and 1 coming up right now. And let's see. Mike says Stroud to the Raiders. And so, well, I would love that, to see CJ Stroud to the Raiders with all the talent that they have. But that money that they're paying Carr tells me otherwise. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 1 right now. Allen up under center again. Gabe Davis goes in motion, takes a snap, going to give it to Singletary. Singletary off the left guard here, plowing forward, picks up about 5 yards, taking it to the Green Bay 47-yard line here. Again, this is the Buffalo Bills' 2nd offensive possession of the game right now. Now 1st and 10 right now at the 47-yard line. Let's see. Mike says Seahawks won in the division. Let's see. Lewis says Jets and Giants win same day and lose same day. Keeping it in New York. And let's see. Mike says Colts played. Yeah, the Colts played and they lost to the Commanders. Commanders now 4-4 on the year. And I'm looking around like, how did that happen? Meanwhile, give the ball here to Singletary off the right side. Slips to a defender. He's running. Oh my goodness. The Snell squad, they are doing work right now. And so, or at least one of them. And so, wow, takes it all the way to the Green Bay 17-yard line right now. 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 17-yard line. And let's see. Mike says Barry, Singletary, Sanders. Let's see. Old man says, man, JB, I've been getting so much hate from these spoiled Patriot fans. I can imagine so. I really can. And let's see, Black says, JB, do you blame DJ Moore taking off his helmet more than you blame the kicker for costing the Panthers the game? And so, hey, the kicker, he had a chance in overtime for what would have been equivalent to what that extra point was, but the kid looked spooked. He looked spooked. Eddie looked like he's seen a ghost. Like, I know Halloween's tomorrow, but he saw the frights today. And so, I mean, you got to put on the kicker. You're a professional guy out there. The extra point, okay, but you had a chance to redeem yourself. Carolina got an opportunity to win it in overtime, and he missed it again. So I can't overlook it twice. So because of that, I can't put it on DJ Moore. I can't. Although that if he hadn't done that, though, they probably would have run it in regulation, but the kicker had too many chances, so I got to put it on him. Mike says, motor found new gear. Ode says, and both of my trade attempts got declined, and so ouch, Ode, ouch. Let's see, Lewis says, here come the first 7 points. So Lewis is gearing up for the first 7 points of the game. Let's see if he's right here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Again, right now the score is 0-0. But right now, Buffalo has found this ground game. Let's see what happens here. Allen up under center. Ball right now 17 yards away from the end zone. Allen making adjustments right now. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. Singletary. Bounces off of one guy. Going to try to fight for it there. Picks up about a yard, maybe 2 yards on the carry. We got second down coming up here. And let's see. Black says, oh, man, you're running out of players, bruh. Running low on players right now. That yard sale is coming to a close soon. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 9 right now. All right, so here we go in the shotgun here for the Buffalo Bills. Let's see if they can get into the end zone here. Can this Packers defense get a stand? Allen takes it. Allen gives it to the receiver. And, oh, look at that. He's trying to reverse field here. Going backwards, trying to lose yards to gain yards. Ultimately ends up losing some yards on the play and take that play out of the playbook. You got too cute that time. You got Josh Allen. Find a way to get him into the end zone and help my fantasy football team. Let's see. Ode says, yeah, I know, but I've learned my lesson. This is my first year doing fantasy football. Let's see. Mike says, what's taking Bill so long? This stink. Ode says, hey, I still got D-hops. And so, all right, let's see. Let's see. 3rd and 14 right now for the Buffalo Bills. Here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Trying to get the first points of the game here. 3rd and long. Shotgun formation. Allen takes a snap. Allen moving around. And so he's faking. He's going to run. And he got the first down. And, that's a hit right there. But a yard shy of the end zone. And Allen, he likes the contact. He'll talk smack about that one here. But a yard shy here. So what will Buffalo do? I mean, honestly, Singletary looks great so far in this one, but I'd rather see Allen score. Let's see. Mike says, kicker idiot. Mike says, how it takes so long again, Packers. And then Lewis says, ouch. Black says, Allen got popped. And so, yeah, he did there, but Allen's a big man right there. He can take that contact and then some. All right, but here we go. 1st and goal right now. Something tells me they're going to try to give it to Singletary here on the ground. Let's see out of the shotgun. Take the snap. Gives it to Singletary. And the offensive line is pushing. They're pushing. Still pushing. Ultimately, he goes down. Honestly, if I was a defensive player, I don't know if I would have had the energy for that kind of fight for that long. But they stopped him. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And nobody has scored just yet, but Buffalo right now knocking on the door. But can we get a touchdown here? Bills have been steadfast on the ground so far. Meanwhile, you see Christian Watson walking there to the locker room here. Again, hoping that he's okay. But here we go. Here, 2nd and goal right now. Let's see. O says it's starting to look like OBJ going to the Giants or the Bills. Play fake. Allen on the move. Pump fakes, looking, flings it up there, and that's going to be a touchdown to Dawson Knox right now for the Buffalo Bills. How about that? Josh Allen with a touchdown pass there. 8 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 13 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. And let's see, Mike says, Dawson drops, you took long enough. Braden says, shaking his head on that one. And let's see, Lewis says, that was easy. Mike says, Panther kicker dumb. And that time, play fake there. And it's amazing when you run the ball there. But that time, the tight end there, Allen drew the defenders. And, hey, he was open. Let's see. Mike says, JB Madden trade be like, take this 70 car for 93 Mahomes. And the extra point attempt is good. So Buffalo gets the first touchdown of the game. That time there, they were able to use the ground and pound game there to be able to score. And ultimately, Josh Allen flinged it to the tight end there for the touchdown. So now Bills up 7-0. And let's see if Aaron Rodgers will still be relaxed after this play when we come back. Yeah, but since we're at the commercial right now, now's a good time. If you haven't done so already, make sure you guys press the thumbs up button and also do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Meanwhile, I can go ahead and end this poll here. How are you guys doing in fantasy football today, though? Those of you that are playing fantasy football, let me know how your fantasy football team is doing. Do you have anybody playing in this game? But yeah, I mean, how about them Dallas Cowboys? They're going out there and beating the Chicago Bears 49-29 earlier today. And then as Mike alludes to, the Carolina and Atlanta game, that was extremely exciting for that game to actually be for first place. That's amazing how that game was a first place game. And I mentioned earlier the Saints routing the Raiders 24-0 on that one. Commanders were able to beat Sam Ellinger and the Colts. Tremendous play in that one. 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, he does it all. He throws, he catches, and he runs a touchdown. To do all three in one game, my goodness. I mean, that is just amazing right there, what Christian McCaffrey did today for the San Francisco 49ers. And Geno is still showing that, hey, having Geno out there is the best thing that's happened to Seattle this year. Let's see, Braden says not good. Let's see, O says the Packers need to trade for Cooks and Nelson. Let's see, Lewis says money on the Lakers to pick up the first win tonight. And so Lewis likes gambling money, I see, and losing it. And so let's see, Mike says he was yelling at the TV. You had one job, stupid kicker. And let's see, O says, Lewis, it wasn't waste of your time or money. Lakers looking horrible. And so let's see, Black says fighting Kareem Hunt won't save you. Are gonna cruise to a win, and so won't save you clowns. And let's see, Old says, no, not good. I lost again, but Patriots won, so it's worth the pain. And so your pain has brought us plenty of success so far this year. So we appreciate that, Old. We appreciate that. But yeah, many lessons learned this year for sure for you in fantasy football. Let's see, Mike says Von Miller. Lewis says, oh, I know, but tonight there's a weakness on the Denver side. And so Lewis knows. All right, kickoff on the way. We will get a return by the Packers here. Let's see, he's at the 10, the 15, cuts up, takes the contact, and he's going to go all the way to the 20-yard line here. And that's exactly where Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers will take over here in the first quarter at 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go, trailing 7-0. Let's see, Mike says, where's Shaq Lawson? And let's see, Old says, wish more Patriot fans were like you, JB. And so you got to understand the process there. Throughout the time of watching, I wasn't just watching only Patriot games. I was watching around the league. So even though I saw my team have success, I saw how difficult that was to replicate. So they got to understand. I was just thankful that we were able to beat the Jets because this was a game where I felt the Jets were primed to win. And I feel like if we had not lost to the Bears already for that wake-up call, then maybe they would have won that one. But I'm thankful that we did win. Meanwhile, we got a flea flicker here. Rodgers looking. Rodgers going to take a shot here. And, oh, incomplete. Great coverage there by the Buffalo Bills. They were not fooled on that one. Green Bay getting creative. And so Aaron Rodgers, is it just me or does it look like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, they just don't have fun playing football no more? I get it. You're all about winning, but at the same time, these are young guys. Enjoy the experience. You've played for so long here. Just enjoy the experience, the atmosphere, all that stuff. And let's see, Mike says, hashtag JB trades be like... Mike says Bills have rookie cornerback. I'll tell you what though, Mike, I traded away Alvin Kamara, and man, that's looking like a massive mistake by my fantasy football team. Meanwhile, Rodgers fakes it to the back, throws to the tight end there. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Now we got 3rd and 7 coming up right now from the Green Bay 23-yard line. Let's see, 80 says he's off tomorrow, so we know what that means, but what's good with your 80s? What's good with you? You may be off tomorrow, but I tell you what, your team did not take the day off today. They went out there and took care of business once again. Meanwhile, Rodgers slings it there to Jones. And so Jones, oh man, Jones took a hit on that one. But he picked up about a yard or 2 on the play. All right, so 80s, this is for you. This is for you. Will the Eagles lose a game in the regular season this year? Mike says, first thing I would do is if I was the Panthers GM, I sent Christian McCaffrey packing. Let's see, Lewis says, I've always liked this stream because we keep it clean and respect one another. So absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That is one of the best parts there about it, honestly. Meanwhile, Packers punt the ball here. Let's see if we get a return. And so we will get a return here. He's at the 35, 40, 45, brought down at about the 49-yard line of the Bills. So the Bills will take over with tremendous field position, already leading this one 7-0 here in the first quarter with 1:41 seconds to go. And let's see. Braden says this is going to get ugly quick. Old says it's on A-Rod. This what happens when you play with retirement and then get all the money. And so absolutely. But yeah, and so absolutely what Lewis said about the stream for sure. And so not only that, just the fact that I've seen people have streams where they get along, but typically like it's usually like a certain channel, like a certain team for the channel. But here, you know, it's everybody's team basically. So, and we all get along. So that is great. That is great. All right, let's see. Let's see. Old says, 80s, if your Eagles get Alvin Kamara or Kareem Hunt, I definitely see them winning the Super Bowl. I got a feeling that the Eagles will get Kareem Hunt because I feel like to get Kareem Hunt, all they'll have to give up is maybe a 5th-round pick. Who knows? Maybe even a 6th-rounder and maybe even a 7th-rounder or something like that. But I feel like they can really get Kareem Hunt. And then the combination of him and also Sanders, my goodness, compared to what they already got there, I mean, the rich gets richer. So why not go all in? Let's see, Mike says the Eagles quarterback the real deal. 80 says, thanks, Mike. 80 says, I agree, old man. Braden says, agreed, Lewis. Lewis says, Eagles flying. Old says, I'm thinking it would be Kansas City versus the Eagles, with the Eagles winning it all. Let's see, Mike says, Eagles should not be allowed to have Quinn and Reddick. Let's see, Braden says, Phillies and Astros tied at 1-1. Let's see, 80 says, Braden, if the Packers win, will you use your previous profile pic? Braden is in hiding right now, but he's just waiting for the right moment to rip that back out. Lewis says Phillies. Let's see, 80 says, the way I see it, it's the chat versus JB. The chat versus JB. And so, let's see, Braden says maybe 80s, maybe. Oh, man. Meanwhile, the answer to the question, 6 votes right now. 67% says yes, that the Eagles will lose a game this year. But 33% say they don't see who's going to beat them here. So, very interesting. Of course, staying healthy is very important. But that aside, I like their outlook for the rest of the season. All right, so getting ready to come back here from the commercial here. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Ball right now from their own 49-yard line. Takes a snap. Packers bringing pressure. Allen moving around. Allen looking. Allen. He's going to scramble. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, ball right now at the 49-yard line of the Bills here in the first quarter with 1:25 to go. Again, the Bills are up right now 7-0. And so, by the way, 80s, I don't know if you found a way to check your, like, to log into your fantasy football stuff. And I know that we're past the midpoint part of the season, but I think that your team is still winning games despite the fact that you're not checking your stuff. I don't know how that's happening right now, 80s, but somehow it's happening. Somehow. All right, here we go. Allen up under center here. Takes a snap, play fake, looking, throws it, caught by the back to back, picks up the first down, stumbles, and picks up about 16 yards on the reception there. And again, that is Devin Singletary. So Devin Singletary right now stepping up here for the Buffalo Bills in this offense at least the last couple of weeks. Let's see. Old says, 80s only when JB streams the Patriots games or Ohio State games seem like we lose more than we win when he streams those. And so, yes, you see I avoided that Penn State game there. Absolutely. All right, but here we go. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap from the 35, looking, throws it. It's going to be completed to Diggs. And so Diggs went down. Did he fumble the ball? And so let's see who they say have it here. But if that's going down as a fumble, it's tough to think that Diggs recovered it. Let's see. They're still trying to move guys out the way here. Got a lot of pushing going on here. Guys getting pretty antsy here, pretty intense. All right, so right now, referees right now trying to calm down Stephon Diggs. And, of course, Diggs was already talking prior to the game, so you know his emotions are extremely high. Let's see. All right, knee down. So the man looked like he was down already, so. All right, let's see. Meanwhile, we're going to hit the commercial here because it is the end of the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, the Bills are up 7-0. All right, let's see. 80 says, thank God you say TB12 and Lamar Jackson didn't get a concussion the last time JB didn't do the stream. We know what happened to Tua. And so that is not on JB there. Let's see. 80 says, can someone email or text me and show me how to do it, please? You say you will pay. And so, yeah, we got to get 80 signed into this fantasy thing. So, again, I can, let's see, because you've already got do you still have the link? Let's see. I should have your email. I should be able, you know what? I should be able to, after this, send you it to your email again. So that way you should maybe be able to sign in and create another password or something like that. Not quite sure, but I should be able to send you a link. I'll try it after this stream and stuff like that so you can be able to get in. But somehow your team's been able to do pretty good. Let's see. Old says, yeah, Buffalo won this. Packers didn't show up to play. 80 says, Mike, the Steelers. Let's see, Mike says, Davis one arm tied behind the back to make it fair. Braden says, let's see, Jared Alexander and Stephon Diggs talking trash. Let's see, Mike says, 80s, name the 6-win Eagles got. Who they played? Let's see, 80 says, JB, drop your cash app. The super chat isn't working. And so, okay, bet. I will go ahead and drop that in a minute. It's been a minute since I've used my cash app, so let me double check. Make sure I got the right one here. All right, 1 second. All right, let's see. I'll just go ahead and comment it here. All right. All right, there it is. 80s. Let me know if you can see it. Matter of fact, I will pin the message there, so. All right, so I have pinned it to the top. So that is my Cash App there. And let's see, Braden says Stephon Diggs always scored a touchdown on us when he was with the Vikings. Let's see, Mike says Eagles are loaded. Old says Diggs and Jar don't like each other. And so absolutely, two guys with tremendous pride there in their prime. So I get that. Meanwhile, Jay and the Bay, what's good? I'm sorry, this isn't Jay and the Bay here. This is Jay, what's good with you? My bad. And so you say, hey, y'all. And so, hey, what about Kansas State, though? What about Kansas State? How are you feeling about Kansas State right now? And so let's see. Old says 80s, download the Yahoo app, and when you try to log in, as long as you know your email information, you should be able to send an email to redo your password. Meanwhile, Allen here takes a snap out of the shotgun, gonna throw it. That's gonna be a touchdown. Oh, they had to pull Diggs away from him on that one. I saw that too. Like the dude's already in the end zone. He already caught the ball. I get it. I get it. But you know what? It's the NFL. They pay you a lot of money to act like a professional out there. So let's try to do just that. But hey, touchdown on the play for the Buffalo Bills. Another one from Josh Allen. Let's see. Mike says, what's taking the Bills so long? And let's see. 80 says, uh, and so New England, what's good with you? How about that W today? How are you feeling with that W? Much needed W against the Jets. I'm telling you, that was much needed right there for the Patriots in that one. But how are you doing? Meanwhile, extra point is up, so the Buffalo Bills now lead 14-0 here in the second quarter with 14 minutes and 53 seconds remaining to go in this one. High-intensity game already, but hey, Bills, they found a scoreboard. Can the Packers do the same? Mike says Diggs. Let's see, Braden says, okay, I'm Stephon Diggs scores a touchdown. Let's see, Mike said, well, on cue. Let's see, Mike says Jay and the Chiefs. Right, Jay and the Chiefs. Let's see, O says Diggs not only saved Bills, but Allen also. And let's see, 80 says, thanks, Ode. Let's see, O says, no problem. The 80s, Braden says, going outside to dig the Packers' grave. Let's see, Mike says, ask Mr. JB why the Bills taking so long. Mr. JB's probably upset with the Indianapolis Colts right now. He's probably very upset with Indianapolis right now, finding a way to lose to the Commanders and stuff like that in that game. Jay says, man, I was so pumped about KSU. KSU caught my attention, Jay. Like, they really caught my attention with that W. That was huge. You said, wish last week didn't go the way it did, but Little Manhattan, Kansas is popping. And so, hey, there it is. There it is. Absolutely. So, yeah, I was like, you know what? I got to mention Kansas State this week and stuff like that. All right, we got kickoff on the way. Packers are going to return it. He's at the 15 and tackled at about the 20-yard line. So Green Bay offense will take over once again from their own 20-yard line. Absolutely. But yeah, in case you guys missed it, I mean, last week, Kansas State beat Oklahoma State, a very good Oklahoma State team, beat them 48-0. I mean, took them out back, buried them, and then just like totally just spread their ashes and everything, man. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Gained so much more respect for Kansas State after a victory like that. 80 says, who won the Giants versus the Seahawks? You know Gino and company won that matchup there. And so, yeah, Gino and the Seahawks won that one. Meanwhile, the toss to Aaron Jones off the right side. Jones, stiff arms. And Jones picks up 7 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd and 3 coming up right now from the Green Bay 27-yard line. Let's see. New England says it felt good. And so, yes, it did feel good. It really did. Let's see. Lewis says cheese is starting to melt. Let's see. 80 says Syracuse Orangemen lost again. And so I saw that, 80s. What is going on? What happened in that game? Because I only saw highlights of it. But how did Notre Dame go out there and do that number to Syracuse when they look so good so far this season? Even against Clemson, they look pretty good. Lewis says Bulldogs. And so, hey, big matchup this Saturday. Tennessee and Georgia. Meanwhile, they give the ball here to A.J. Dillon, and A.J. Dillon fighting forward. Picks up 7 hard-earned yards on the carry and a first down here for the Green Bay Packers. Now we're looking at 1st and 10 from Green Bay's 34-yard line. Let's see. Jay says, and that was our backup quarterback against OSU again. And so, oh, man, how long is the starter out for, and how long has the backup been playing? But, man, if you're running like that with the backup, my goodness. 80 says JV loves Gino. Let's see. O says who got the ball first. And so Buffalo got the ball first, actually. They got the ball first, and it was 3 and out. So they got the ball first. Let's see. Mike says how many thumbs up? Rattler, great. Meanwhile, Jones here with the carry. And cuts upfield here. Takes the contact on before picking up 5 yards on the play. And so now we got 2nd and 5 coming up right now from the Green Bay 39-yard line here in the second quarter with 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Meanwhile, let's look and see how many thumbs up we've currently got so far in this one, Mike. All right, let's see. And again, right now, Bills are up 14-0. Green Bay trying to get on the scoreboard here for the first time today. All right, so right now, we've got a total of 10 thumbs up right now. All right, so here we go. Packers up under center here. Got a fullback in the backfield here, two receivers, and a tight end. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. It's Jones, and Jones up the middle. Picks up 4 yards on the play. Ed Oliver and Jones with the tackle there. Let's see. Jay says, when did Rodgers hurt his hand? And so Rodgers, I feel like they showed earlier that he, like in the first quarter, when he got where he did hurt his hand there. I can't remember the exact play, but I feel like it was earlier than that first quarter. Let's see. Mike says JB love Baker. Let's see. Jay says Mike wishes Mayfield was starting for the Bills rather than Allen. Let's see. Mike says Rodgers not hurt. It's a cope. All right, here we go. So 3rd and 1 right now. Takes a snap, gives it to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down there. Picks up 3 yards on the play. 1st and 10 right now for the Packers from their own 46-yard line. Let's see. Old says Packers are definitely missing Adams right now, and Adams is definitely missing the Packers right now. I'll add that as well. The two really miss each other. Mike says Tre'Davious Wright still out. And let's see. Braden says my profile picture represents the sun setting on the Packers season. And so, man, I'll tell you what, man. Like, this is not the year that I expected from the Packers. Here we go. Rodgers up under center here. Takes a snap. Quick pass there to Dubs. And so Dubs gets the reception there. And he's going to pick up 7 yards on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up right now from the 47-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Again, Buffalo up 14-0 here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Let's see. Lewis says, the way the Lakers be playing, LeBron went out and got a part-time job at T-Mobile. You know what? That was perfect, Lewis. That was perfect. That's so accurate. Let's see. 80 says, there you go. Henry, Belichick, Baker, and Jimmy G. Meanwhile, them 49ers took care of business. Gives it to A.J. Dillon off the left side, and he's still fighting forward. I don't know how he picked up those extra yards on the play because it really looked like he was going to go down, but somehow he mustered up a couple yards on that play. Now we got 3rd and short coming up. Let's see. Braden says he heard it on the last play of the Giants game. Braden says that's why I changed it. Let's see. 80 says, let's be honest, Adams has to know Derek Carr is a you-know-what quarterback. You know what, though? I have to agree with that. I pointed it out earlier on the stream. Derek Carr, he has just been playing like horse manure out there. It's not even close. Meanwhile, A.J. Dillon gets the carry there, picks up a yard. Now, is it enough for the first down here? Let's see where they mark it. Let's see. It says, Mike, I'll say this is crazy. How Bills defense come together after Hyde went down is crazy. Plus, Von Miller has been great. Let's see. Old says Chris McCaffrey went crazy today. And so, he balled out. Let's see. 80 says, how is therapy going? And so, yes, let us know how therapy is going. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. Again, here in the second quarter at 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and the Bills up 14-0 right now. Green Bay's going to call a timeout. They had just 2 seconds right there on the play clock. Again, the Bills right now 5-1, trying to go 6-1, while the Packers right now are 3-4, hoping to get to 4-4 right now. Let's see. Braden says, if you do a college game next week, do the Tennessee versus Georgia. And so, absolutely. That would have to be the one. And stuff like that. So if I do end up doing a college this weekend, best believe there's no doubt about it. Tennessee and Georgia. No doubt about it. And stuff like that. No doubt about it. I got to look ahead and see who is playing for Monday Night Football next week and also Sunday Night Football, in case I have to replace one of those streams with that Saturday one. Let's see. Let me take a look towards next week. So, let's see. Rams in Tampa Bay. So there's a no, that's not it. That's Tennessee and Kansas City. That's a good one for Sunday. And then Monday is the Saints and Ravens. So, We will see. We will see. We will see. I may end up swapping Saturday and Monday, so I might do Saturday and Sunday this weekend, possibly. Let's see. Old says, 80s, I'm waiting on workers' comp to approve for 5 to 6 weeks of therapy, but I did get a short shot in your shoulder, and it helped for a couple days, but then the pain came back worse than ever. And so, oh man, so you got a couple days of relief, but then the pain came back. Man, I hate that. Let's see. Old says Raider fans are calling for Josh McDaniels to get fired. And so I tell you what, though, Old, I'll tell you what. That whole Nathaniel Hackett, he had better been lucky that the Broncos beat the Jaguars there, although barely, 21-17. But he better be lucky that they went out there and won that game. Otherwise, it would have been a long trip going back, knowing that by the time you got home, they were going to let you know that you have been fired and stuff like that. So he had better been lucky he gets to live for another week. Let's see, he says, I feel lonely. Someone join me in the JB Nation. Right? And let's see. Old says, don't worry, 80s. When I settle, I'll be coming for that #1 spot. So Old says he's coming for it. Jay says, dang, JB, I was hoping you streamed the Ball State versus Kent State game. And so, I mean, that Tennessee-Georgia game is huge. That is huge. That is like must-see right there. And also the fact that now we're going to start seeing the college football committee and stuff like that. We'll see the first of their, rankings and see how they rank all the teams. So I'm looking forward to it. And let's see, 80 says, no offense, Old, you are in my rear view mirror. LOL. So, all right, so here we go. Again, here in the second quarter, with 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go right now, 1st and 10. And so, again, Buffalo up 14-0 over the Packers here. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, fakes to the back. Rodgers looking. Rodgers for the pressure. Oh, man, the pressure got to him. I mean, wow, he went down. He went down. That offensive line collapsed. Like when they say London Bridge is falling down, that offensive line went down. Now, there is a penalty here. There is a penalty. So let's see if Aaron Rodgers and company can be saved by the grace of the flag here. But that looked bad. That looked bad. There's going to be the defense there, and it looks like illegal use of the hands. And so hands to the face. So, yeah, so that is the penalty there against the Bills, which is going to gift the Packers here with a first down. Let's see, 80 says, Old says, JB, if rumors are true, the Jags are winning the trade, Josh Allen, I think the Patriots should get him. And so I feel like having watched a little bit of Zach Wilson on the highlights and also last week against the Bears, a big problem for our defense is we'll get in position, but guys can just turn around, like fast quarterbacks will just turn around and evading guys. So we need guys that really can get a hand on the quarterback and get him when they get an opportunity 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage to do just that. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones off the left end picks up 9 yards on the carry there. And so even though the score right now is Buffalo 14-0, very intense looking game out there. These guys obviously talking a lot of smack right now. It's prime time here. A lot of frustration going on out there. These guys, they want to go out there and ball. But 2nd and 1 coming up right now for the Green Bay Packers. Let's see. 80 said, Old says, 80s love it. Right when you least expect it. Boom, I'm there. Let's see. 80 says, JB and O, what's up with Penn State quarterback? Isn't he getting Social Security benefits? LOL. He should be. He should be. But meanwhile, Aaron Jones on the carry picks up 13 yards to the Buffalo 17-yard line, facing the 1st and 10 right now coming up. So far in this drive, 10 plays, 58 yards, and over 7 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. So if it feels like Green Bay has had the ball for a minute, oh, believe me, they've had it for several minutes out there. And let's see, Lewis says you should stream UConn versus UMass. Jay says, I agree. Lewis, game of the year, must watch TV. Here we go. Rodgers up under center here. Tight end win in motion. Takes a snap here. And wait a minute, there's going to be a penalty here. So a penalty is going to slow things down here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go here before the half. And that's going to be against the Green Bay Packers. False start. And so Amari Rodgers there, the penalty on him. So 2nd and 12 coming up right now. Ball at the Buffalo 19-yard line. Let's see, Mike says, if I was the GM of the Panthers, first thing I would do is send Chris McCaffrey packing. Let's see, Braden says, JB is a huge UFast fan. He'll do anything for his Minutemen. Let's see, Old says, did Elton Jenkins resign with the Packers yet? I'm sorry, resign with the Packers yet? And so let's see. Braden says, Mike, Chris McCaffrey got traded to the 49ers. Meanwhile, they give it to Jones, and Jones picks up 3 yards. And so, but yeah, Mike, in case you didn't get the headline there, Christian McCaffrey is the 49ers. And hey, he threw a touchdown pass, he caught a touchdown pass, and he ran for a touchdown pass to help out those 49ers today. Big time. Let's see. Old says my phone bugged. Let's see. Braden says, not yet, old man. Old says, dang, Packers are just milking this clock. Mike says, Brandon Whedon be like, yes. Brandon Whedon. Our weekend, as Mike said. All right, here we go. Rodgers throws it up there. Dubs. Give him that one. Give it to him. That's a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. How about that? And so Dubs with the touchdown reception. So yes, let's see. Old says, okay, thanks, Braden. If he doesn't come back to the Packers, I would love the Patriots to pick him up. And so let's see. Lewis says, wow, touchdown. And so yes, I mean, hey, you took the over, so you had to expect this. But yes, what a nice reception there. Inbounds, secured the ball, and secured his team the touchdown. Now the extra point attempt coming up here. And so Braden says, oh, Romeo Dubs. Extra point is good. Mike says, good riddance, Chris McCaffrey. Try that on the Seahawks. And let's see, Jay says, do you think there are people who watch who their favorite team is a small college like Akron or something? And so, yeah, definitely, most definitely. I feel like those kinds of people are either A, people who live like remotely close to the college and stuff like that, or B, people who necessarily attended the school or have someone close to them that attended the school. So absolutely, I do feel that way, absolutely. Let's see, Lewis says Rodgers gave the defense a good rest with that drive and capped it off with a touchdown there, absolutely. But Jones helped out a lot also. 80 says touchdown, check GameStop for JB and Braden, change that profile pic. Jay says, like they will watch an Akron game over Ohio State. I feel like sometimes when you live like close to a team, you either love them or you hate them, honestly. So I can imagine some people that live near the Buckeyes facility that probably can't stand them because they always hear everything about the Buckeyes. It's very possible. And so in that case, you might be someone that just like to root for the underdogs and root for an Akron. Why? It's beyond me. But I feel like there are people that choose to watch them over Ohio State. I mean, I used to sell tickets for UAB, so there were some people there that were diehard Blazer fans that would watch them over Auburn and Bama. So, you never know. Let's see. Old says, what a throw, and Dubs with a great catch, but they still gave Allen way too much time. Any time right now is way too much. For 6 minutes and 15 seconds, absolutely. Let's see. 80 says, JB, put your hands down. You're not a ref. Let's see. Old says, Jay, what's your opinion on Kansas City getting Tooney, and how do you think Kansas City will use him? So that's right. I did see that move for Tooney there, so we'll see how it works out. Andy Reid loves to do that kind of stuff. I remember when they took on Josh Gordon and stuff like that, so they love to do stuff like that. So we'll see how it works out for Tooney. But hey, if it's gonna work out for Tooney, this is the place for it to work out. I mean, oh man, I saw N'Keal Harry get a touchdown reception earlier today. I saw that. And so, in the zone, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, my God, let's go Vikings. And so, how about them Vikings, though? How about them Vikings, though? Steady being consistent now. So, I like that. I like that. Jay says, I hope he is a returner, old man. I don't want to see Sky Moore returning punts anymore. And so, you know what? Yeah, Sky Moore, yeah. Yeah, we got to get this man away from it. Let's see, Old says, okay, yeah, my stepbrother is a Kansas City fan, and he said he loved it, and that he, he have because you guys need a special team player, but he wants a pass rusher still. All right, meanwhile, kickoff on the way. Bill's returning. He's at the 10, 15, and goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Isaiah McKenzie there with the return. And now we'll see Buffalo offense, in which it feels like it has been a long minute since we saw Buffalo. Last time we saw them, they scored a touchdown, but I think they did it in less than 7 seconds in the second quarter. So it's been forever since we've seen the offense out there. Let's see. O says, JV, yeah, I seen it. And then he got all cocky and did nothing after that. And so, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. But kudos to him. He found the end zone. Must have updated his GPS on where the end zone was. But here we go. Out up under center, takes a snap, play fake, looking, throws it over the middle, caught by Dawson Knox, and that's going to be a pickup of 9 yards on the play. They say he's short, so he's about half a yard short of getting the first down. 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Again, Bills up 14-7, facing second and inches right now. Lewis says pick six coming. Let's see. Old says, JB, did you see old man? Devin turned back the clock today, and so I did. I did. Braden says, I predicted Romeo Dubs would have over 150 yards in this game. And so, okay, bet. All right, here we go. He snaps the ball here, gives it to the back, and so Cook shakes off somebody still running, and he picks up 17 yards, taking it all the way to the Buffalo Bills' 46-yard line right now. Again, 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go here before the half. Bills up 14-7. Let's see. Mike says Cook the GOAT. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 right now. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back again. Off the left side. And Cook's going to pick up 4 yards on the play. Again, score right now. Bills 14. Packers 7 here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Let's see. Mike says Cook had very little experience in college. All guess. Let's see. Old says Braden with the Packers being heavily rumored to trade in trade talks for a receiver. Who would you want the Packers to trade for? And so that is a very good question. Jay says thoughts on the blueprint for the Bills' new stadium. And so, yeah, I've got to take another look at it myself. All right, but from midfield, they snap the ball, gives it to the back again. And so Cook shakes off one guy there and picks up, let's see, about a good 5 yards on the play. And so I see a penalty right now. I see a penalty here. And so Packers unable to keep their cool right now. Emotions running high for both teams. Referees have got to find a way to calm these guys down. Let's see. Mike says Packers good team to get feet wet. And so this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct right here. Quay Walker from the University of Georgia, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Let's see. And Izzo says, who would like in the Super Bowl? And so right now, I will say Bills versus Eagles right now seems to be my pick right now, at least as of right now. And who wins that one? I think I got to see what happens here. But for right now, I'm going to lean towards the Eagles barely right now, but I can see that changing potentially. I'm leaning towards the Eagles right now. Let's see. Jay says it's outdoor stadium, no roof, I think. And so another outdoor stadium with no roof. And let's see. Mike says good team that helped rookie Cook get feet wet. Old says this could turn out to be like OBJ and Josh Norman with how Diggs and Jar are going after each other. So absolutely. All right, so there you go. Wow, that's huge right there. So you have the penalty there, which leads to disqualification. Oh, he took a shot at a guy that was on the staff there. So, ooh. Wow. Mike says, get him out of here. Let's see. Old says, I got Kansas City and the Eagles winning it by a field goal. And Zoe says, that's easy to think the Eagles going to slip up. That's too easy to think the Eagles going to slip up. And so it's possible. It is very possible there. But when I looked at their schedule and I was like, what's a team I think can trap them up? Unless Dallas really is that much better with Dak and stuff like that. I mean, barring injuries, at least regular season wise, they'll do great with that one. I anticipate they'll have that first round bye. And then from there, it just comes down to matchups, honestly. All right, let's see. Mike says it covers fans but open. Let's see. Braden says sigh, and so Braden's not happy about that. All right, but here we go here. So 2nd and 2 right now. Shotgun formation here for the Buffalo Bills. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here before the half. 2 seconds right now in the play clock. They snap the ball. Packers bringing pressure. Allen throws it over the middle. Isaiah McKenzie gets the reception and takes it all the way to about the 13-yard line. So right now, 1st and 10, ball at the 13-yard line. Meanwhile, Walker is walking home right now, it seems like. Okay, that would be a long walk, but still. Let's see, Jay says, I think the Eagles slip up as well or get shell-shocked in the playoffs. Let's see, Mike says, Bills have the hardest schedule. Let's see, O said, there's only 2 teams I can see that can beat the Bills in the AFC, and they are Kansas City and the Dolphins. One thing we know is that the NFL is week to week. So my projection of the Eagles, that's from what we see right now. But obviously, as the time goes forward and stuff like that, and it gets closer, I'll have a better idea of who can possibly contend for that. But for now, I'll go Eagles. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, he runs it. Good slide on that one. Way to protect yourself there. And so now we're looking at, let's see, 2nd and 4 right now. 7 yards away from the end zone. That should take us to the 2-minute warning right now. Mike says, what's taking the Bills so long? I feel like we've been saying that just about all season. At some point, it might just be who the Bills are right now. Let's see, Oates says, staying this game is going by so quick. And so that's because both teams are running the ball. They're taking their time here and stuff like that. And so the clock is moving because there's no incompletions, really. Let's see, Oldman says, Mike says, Dolphins can't beat the Bills. Had half the team hurt. And so there you go. Jay says, what are the standings like now in the NFC South? So in the NFC South division, let's take a look at that. The division that nobody seems to really want. So right now in first place is the Atlanta Falcons, and they're 4-4 on the season. Buccaneers are currently second. They're 3-5 right now. The Saints are third at 3-5. And the Carolina Panthers have now moved to last place at 2-6. Had the Panthers won, they would have been in first place at 3-5. So anybody's division. Which leads me to a great thing. Meanwhile, we're at the commercial. Meanwhile, I'm going to put another poll question up there. All right, so time for another poll question right there. Thanks to Jay's question, who will win the division there? Falcons, Buccaneers, Saints, or Panthers? Let's see, Mike says he said 56-7. Let's see, Old says, Mike, they still won, and if Tua gets back to the way he's been playing before hurt, it's going to be a battle. Lewis says, gonna go cook me some popcorn for OT. Lewis is feeling overtime coming up. Okay. Mike says, if I'm being too obnoxious, I can dial it back. Bills have been garbage for decades. And so, Mike, you enjoy it. You enjoy it. You and 80s definitely should enjoy it because when your team is out there performing, you can go out there and enjoy it. Absolutely. Let's see, Jay says, NFL is crazy, old man. Let's see, Old says, if anyone told me the Falcons would be first in the division and Geno Smith outplaying Russ and the Seahawks look like a better than the Broncos, you'd bet $10,000. And so, oh man, I wish I had a crystal ball back then, Old. All right, here we go. Allen up under center here. McKenzie goes in motion. Going to give the ball to McKenzie here. And he's at the 10. He's stuttering. And that's going to be a touchdown there off the left end for the Buffalo Bills there. So he's going to get it as a carry as opposed to a touchdown pass, unfortunately, for my fantasy team. But that is a touchdown. 8 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes and 21 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock, leaving Green Bay with 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go and 2 timeouts to try to score before the half. And so let's see, Mike says, yike, they let McKenzie score. And let's see, Mike says, Patriots record, ironically, one of the best teams on like 9 teams with winning records. And so let's see, Ola says, nah, Mike, You good enough it. And so me and JB can tell you this. We enough for for I'm sorry enough for I'm sorry we had enough for 20 years. And so oh yeah, definitely enjoy it, enjoy it. Let's see. Mike says want to cook TD. Let's see. Old says dang Panthers defense can't stop nothing right now. And so absolutely, but yes, that is where the division is right now. But let's see. So let's see. So 67% says they still believe in Tampa Bay. Still believe in them. Let's see. Oh, it says Packers dang phone. And so, okay, okay. I was like Panthers. I had to think about that one. But, okay, so there you go. Packers. All right, so right now we are currently at the commercial here. Let's see. Mike says, how is Mac 10? And so, well, Mike, we won the game. You know, on a positive note, he did convert on like a 4th and 1 to Myers for like a 4-yard touchdown. That was the positive. We had a pick six that was called back, thank goodness, due to roughing the passer and stuff like that. Otherwise, that would have been a terrible decision, especially since our defense had just got the turnover and stuff like that. But, I mean, ultimately, with him back there, it's pretty much some of the same thing. We're going to have to rely on the ground game. And then he just got to make sure he doesn't make mistakes, honestly. If he wants to stay out there, if you're not going to go out there and really stretch the ball, then just don't turn the ball over. Be smart and make plays when you need us to the most. But you know what? He made it through the whole game as a starter. It's the direction we're going. So I would say that he did okay. Did okay in this one. Let's see. Oh, it says Mac was okay, but you can definitely tell he's not comfortable behind the O-line. Mike says Buccaneers roster is loaded, but receivers keep dropping. Let's see. Old says, I truly fear Von Miller will hurt Mac because of how bad the O-line has been playing. Let's see. Mike says, Patriots have one of the better records, not many good teams, but unfortunately for us, our division is loaded with good teams. Jay says, this George Lopez show looks funny. I miss his old sitcoms. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says, agree, Jay. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says win trade rumor. And so with Bill Belichick, there's always a possibility. I feel like New England will make a move, but we will see. But kickoff on the way here. A minute 54 left to go here. Packers going to return it and takes it to the 21-yard line here. And that's where Green Bay will take over. And the Bills right now leading 21-7. So let's see right now if the Packers can try to score something here before the half. And so Braden is ready to bury his team here. But, hey, 2-minute offense here for A-Rod. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. All right, you look at the amount of pressure for Buffalo, and Buffalo honestly doesn't have to blitz extra guys usually. Their defensive line can create pressure itself. Meanwhile, he tosses it to Jones. So Jones shakes off a guy. Jones still running. Jones picks up 11 yards on the play. Takes it to the 32-yard line right now. 1st and 10 right now. A minute 38. Again, Green Bay right now working with 2 timeouts right now. They got the first down here. Let's see how the offense moves the ball here. Rodgers trying to direct traffic right now. He's been harping about simplifying the offense here, making things easier for the guys around him. They say a great quarterback make those around him better. Let's see if he can do that right now from his own 32-yard line. Shotgun formation here. And let's see, we got about 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Takes a snap here, looking, throws it over the middle. Ball gets deflected. Was it picked off? Was it picked off? Show me a replay. It looks like it was incomplete on first glance there, but looks like that's going to be called incomplete. Of course, Buffalo wants to take a look at it and see if it was indeed picked off there. I'd like to take a second look myself, but on first initial glance, it looks like an incompletion. Let's see. Let's see, Mike says, Khalil Shakir, touchdown, please. Let's see, O says, Mike, I truly hope Wynn gets off the team. Jay says, only thing I really watch on TV anymore is sports. I feel like that's almost the case for me. Anything I watch on regular TV and all like that, yes. Let's see. Old says best case for the Packers is to milk this clock and get a touchdown. At worst, a field goal. Let's see. Jay says we got college hoops starting soon too. Can't forget about that. Mike says Molino is great. Let's see. Braden says thanks for Stroud, thanks for Hooker, thanks for Young. Let's see. Old says I have a feeling Bill Belichick might say effort and trade for A-Rod. And so, now that would really catch me by surprise right there. That would catch me by surprise. Let's see. Mike says outside linebacker Matthew Molino dropped. Braden says incomplete. Let's see. Lewis says ooh wee. Mike says Khalil Elam first round cornerback. That's right. Let's see. Old says in my opinion it is incomplete, and so I agree with that. So here we go. 2nd and 10 right now. 3 seconds right now in the play clock. They snap the ball. Rodgers looking. Rodgers. Oh, man, he feels the pressure. They got him. They got him. They got him. They got him for the sack. And so now, 3rd and long, and Rodgers just looks like he just wants to go to sleep right now. He looks like a man that's been deprived from sleep right now for so long and stuff like that. He just looks like the stress of the entire universe is on his back right now. He just looks, oh, man. And so Greg Razoo beast. And so bet. All right, so meanwhile, going to go ahead and end this poll here. So we are at the commercial right now. So JB will be right back, but we are at the commercial right now. Alright, let's see where I am. Alright, so let's see. Lewis says, what Lakers showed up. That's a good start. Mike says Ricky Christian Benford has the tools. Ode says, man, Kansas City might be the only hope to stop Buffalo from getting to the Super Bowl. That's only if it's in Kansas City. Let's see. Mike says, has anyone seen Boogie Basham? And so let's see. Mike says, actually, Mike, I haven't. Lewis says P break. And so Mike says, old Trey coming back next week. Is he really? And so, okay, it's been a while since I've seen him out there. Mike says Benford tools. Jay says, anyone else feels like there isn't that many great NFL teams this season? And so I feel that way. I honestly feel that way. I mean, obviously, aside from the Bills and the Eagles and Kansas City, I feel like those are 3 that I consider out there. Then there's the next tier that's led by teams like the Vikings out there. And so if it wasn't for that Eagles game and stuff like that against the Vikings there. But, hey, teams get better. They improve. I like what Minnesota is doing right now. And so they're a team that I'm keeping an eye on. I like how this 49ers potentially could end up playing out for them, that Christian McCaffrey trade, but we know Christian McCaffrey's injury history, so he's got to stay healthy. That's really big for them. And then once Deebo Samuel comes back, that'd be nice to see how that offense looks. But one thing I know about the NFL season, how they are today and how they're going to be by the time we get to the playoffs will be completely different. But here we go for the Packers here. 3rd and 16 here. Out of the shotgun, snaps the ball, gives the ball, Aaron Jones. And so Jones, look at Jones go here, and he's going to pick up about half the yards they need here. 4th down coming up here. And timeout called by Buffalo, so they will end up having to punt the ball. That was Buffalo's final timeout. They'll have 1 minute and 1 second left to work with, which means Josh Allen, hey, that's plenty of time for him to get Buffalo in range to score. Let's see. Mike says, what goes up must come down. Let's see. Old says, I didn't know that, Mike. Yeah, if Allen doesn't get hurt, the Bills go into the Super Bowl. Let's see. Mike says, Ed Oliver and Jordan Phillips both star defensive tackles. Mike says, Tim Settles, DT, big sack earlier. And so Mike says, JB review records, most are bad. And so, absolutely, Mike, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look here at all these standings here. All right, so you know what, Mike? Let's go ahead and take a look at that at halftime. Since we're close to halftime there, we'll take a look at all the records and stuff like that at halftime for each division. But Buffalo will take over from their own 20-yard line. And so with 53 seconds to go here before the half, let's see if Buffalo can add to their lead here before the half. But yeah, just to recap what's taking place so far this season, there's a lot of teams that are really stinking it up right now who I thought would be much better. And then some teams that are doing good right now that, you know, control their destiny, of course. All right, so let us see. All right, so here we go. Out of the shotgun here from their own 20-yard line. Allen gets the ball here. Allen in the pocket. Allen taking a deep shot there with guys around him. And Diggs with the reception. Wow. Picks up about 53 yards on the play. All the way to Green Bay 27-yard line. But there's still 33 seconds right now. Got to hurry up and spike the ball. 30 seconds. 28 seconds right now. 25 seconds right now. Allen with the ball here. Looking. Avoids the rush. Still looking. Goes out of bounds there. Goes out of bounds. But 80s appreciate that right there. Appreciate that. And so let's see. 80 says, JB, this is for a good divorce lawyer, not your honeymoon. Relax, it's a joke. And so, ouch. 80s, ouch. Gee. Now that Tom is settled, he's going for the next biggest name. Gee. But I appreciate the super chat there. Gee. And let's see. Mike says, Bills built to beat Mahomes. And let's see, Mike says, Brady honeymoon. And so, ouch, taking another shot. Lewis says, man, Buffalo cooking tonight. Mike says, Elam rookie cornerback. And so, yeah. And, hey, Mike, that's one of the few guys that I got right in my mock draft about Jason Elam going to the Bills. I think it's the only guy I got in the first round correct. And so, Allen, oh, man, found a way to at least get in the end zone there. And so, oh, man, Gabe, that could have been so big right there. That could have been so big right there for my fantasy team. But 10 seconds remaining. There is a penalty here. Offside seems to be the call. Let's see. Mike says Ben Ford and Dane Jackson. Let's see. Mike says Ben Ford got took at cornerback. Meanwhile, let's see. How's my fantasy team looking right now? Well, fantasy team is looking really good right now. But I've gotten absolutely nothing from Gabriel Davis. Let's see. Mike says your draft show is fantastic. Appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that. Absolutely. I mean, because at that time we have nothing but the draft, and the draft is just like it's like Christmas for everybody. It allows you to dream. You know, everybody. You know, you're getting somebody in the draft, even if your team doesn't have a first, second, or third round pick. You know, you're adding pieces there. Undrafted free agents. There's a lot of guys whose dreams come true. Ooh, so somebody's iced up there for the Packers. But yeah, I need Gabe Davis to do something for me here. I need something from Gabe Davis here. Let's see. Mike says, patience, JB. Touchdowns are coming. Mike says, get him out of here. Mike says, I'm yelling at the Packers player on TV. All right, so right now, again, 10 seconds right now before the half. Now, these are some long 10 seconds. I will say that. All right, but here we go. Again, they got no timeouts to stop the clock. If the Packers get them for the sack, then that'll be the half. Green Bay calls another timeout here. Let's see. Lewis says, "Then Russell playing tonight, and so Russell rest break, huh?" Let's see. Jay says it's got to be tough for Rodgers to go on Pat McCaffrey's show every Tuesday to talk about this season, and so I feel like Rodgers is treating it like therapy at this point. Like the man is using it as therapy right now. All right, so 10 seconds to go here for the half. Ball at the 24 yards away from the end zone here with 10 seconds to work with, no timeouts for the Bills. Allen gets a snap here, looking, throws it. Oh, incomplete. 3 seconds remaining. That's going to bring out the field goal unit there. Let's see. Mike says Shakira drop. Let's see. Mike says Rodgers talk about drugs. All right, so a 42-yard field goal attempt here. Oh, they're going to stop this here. Timeout called on the play by the Green Bay Packers. That's their final timeout here. And this will be the final play here before we reach halftime. Again, the Bills up right now 21-7. Looking to tack on 3 more points to that lead with a successful field goal attempt coming up. Mike says field goals are for losers. He wants them to go for it. Let's see. Mike says make Allen have to throw 90-yard touchdowns. Let's see. Jay says what's 80s going to be for Halloween? And so that's a good question. 80s, what are you going to be for Halloween? That's a very good question. And anybody else is going to be dressed up for Halloween? All right, so a 42-yard field goal attempt here for Mr. Tyler Bass here. Kick is up, and kick is good. Kick is good. So the field goal is good, and the Buffalo Bills are up 24-7 here at halftime right now. And so when we come back, though, it will be the Packers that will get the football first in the second half. But right now, Josh Allen and company taking care of business. And so Braden is just not happy at all. Let's see. All right, and so right now we're currently at halftime here. And let's see, Jay says, I'm going to be myself watching Monday Night Football on Halloween. LOL, I live in the country, so nowhere to trick or treat. And so Lewis says, easy over. And so Lewis is ready to call it here, but again, he needs those points there so he can reach this over. But absolutely. But so far through the first half, though, got to give credit there to the Buffalo Bills offensively there. They did pretty good in that one there. And, I mean, but both teams, though, took a lot of time off the clock, so that half really went by fast. Let's see, Josh Allen was 8 of 11 for 129 yards through the air, 2 passing touchdowns. Now, he was sacked twice. Also on the ground, 2 carries for 26 yards for Josh Allen. Meanwhile, for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, 8 of 11 for 62 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, sacked twice. Aaron Jones, 11 carries, 71 yards so far in this one. A.J. Dillon has 4 carries for 12 yards also. For the Buffalo Bills, running the ball, Devin Singletary, 6 carries, 51 yards. James Cook, 3 carries, 28 yards. And then Isaiah McKenzie, 2 carries for 2 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Let's see, Lewis says, Lakers first possession, LeBron turnover, and so he's just out there for the records at this point. Let's see. But let's see. Courtesy of Mike's request earlier in this one, we're going to go through the standings so far in the season right now. So right now, the AFC East will start there. Obviously, the Bills playing right now 5-1, trying to make it 6-1. Second place is the New York Jets at 5-3. Miami's also 5-3, and the Patriots right now find themselves at 4-4 right now. So that's where that stands. Let's see. Then in the AFC West, we've got the Chiefs right now 5-2. We've got the Chargers 4-3, Broncos 3-5. Raiders right now 2-5. Let's see. Jay says this game is going about to. I thought it would. Bills have too much firepower for Green Bay. It's like a machine gun versus a water gun, and so great way to put it, Jay. Great way to put it. And so for me, it's the time of possession. I felt like this would be the kind of game where they would go out there and both teams would take off a lot of time there. Buffalo just to run the clock as they can, and the Packers run the clock so that way this game will get over quicker rather than later there. So absolutely, because the Bills have a tremendous defense. Meanwhile, let's see, for Tennessee 5-2, Indianapolis 3-4-1, Jaguars 2-6, and Texans 1-5-1 in the AFC South. Meanwhile, in the AFC North, Baltimore atop the division right now 5-3. It seems like I think all of those losses they had were games where they were leading, but the other team came back. Bengals are 4-3. They play tomorrow night. We'll be streaming that game. Browns are 2-5, and the Steelers are 2-6 in last place the AFC North. And so that is the AFC. Let's take a look at the NFC. So in the NFC, you got the Eagles at 7-0. You've got in the NFC East, you got the Cowboys 6-2, you got the Giants 6-2, and you got the Washington Commanders at 4-4 in the division. Let's see, NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks 5-3, 49ers are 4-4, the Rams are 3-4, and the Cardinals are 3-5 at the bottom of the NFC West. Let's see, NFC North, you got the Vikings at 6-1. First place, you got the Packers in second place, at least as of right now, at 3-4. They did beat the Bears earlier, so they should maintain that even if they lose. Bears are 3-5, they're third place. And the Detroit Lions, no matter how many points they score, they still find a way to lose, and they're 1-6 right now. 1-6. Meanwhile, in the NFC South, it's the Atlanta Falcons currently right now in first place at 4-4. Tampa Bay is 3-5 in second place. You've got the Saints at 3-5 in third place, and the Panthers at 2-6 in last place. As of right now, how everything is going so far this season. All right, let's see. 80 says, I'm a different kind of zombie every year. I run a haunted house on Halloween night at my house. And so, oh man, 80's living it large out there. Nice. And let's see, Jay says, as long as Josh Allen doesn't get 9 more points in fantasy, you win. And so, oh man, Jay, because you know your boy needs Josh Allen to perform. But I'll be okay with 8 more points. If you got me 8 more points, I'm good with that for this week. I'm good with that. As long as one of those touchdowns go to Gabe Davis as well, I'll be good with that. Let's see. Jay says, wow, that's cool. 80s. And so, yeah, 80s is living his best life, y'all. He is living his best life. He's living his best life. All right, so we went through that. All right, so we're going to go back to the current week here. And so just to recap the other games that took place this week, you had the Baltimore Ravens beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-22 last Thursday. And then this morning in London, you had the Broncos beat the Jaguars 21-17. You had the Atlanta Falcons find a way to win a crazy game that went to overtime 37-34. Going to be known as the helmet game or the taking off your helmet game. You had Dallas go out there and drop 49 points on the Bears and beat them 49-29. Even with that being said, though, Justin Fields is just looking better and better each week. Miami beat Detroit 31-27. Detroit just cannot find a way to win. The Vikings, they beat the Cardinals 34-26 in that matchup. Saints dominated the Raiders 24-0. You had the Patriots beat the Jets 22-17 on the road. You had the Eagles beat the Steelers 35-13. You had Derrick Henry come through big for the Titans on the road at the Houston Texans despite not having their starting quarterback. So Malik Willis, 1-0 as a starter, 17-10 was the score in that one. Washington went down to Indianapolis, and no Carson Wentz, no problem. In fact, it might have been a gift in disguise right now because they won 17-16 in that matchup. Let's see, 49ers, the Christian McCaffrey show, they won 31-14 in that matchup. And then the Seahawks beat the Giants 27-13 in that matchup. All right, let's see. 80 says, Jay, come on by. Braden says, 80s, you beat the Packers because of their season is dead. And so, ouch. Let's see. Jay says, it'd be a long walk from Kansas. Otherwise, I would. LOL. And let's see. Jay says, Dallas is a team to watch out for. And so, let's see. I mean, hey, Tony Pollard looked great. There was no Zeke out there, but Tony Pollard, he looked great. Dak looked good out there. CeeDee Lamb looked good as well. So they look good out there. Let's see. Mike says, did we go over the records? And so, yeah, I just went over the records. Mike, you just missed it there. You just missed it. But I can go through the records really quickly there again. Just give me 1 second here. So yeah, our division leaders in the AFC, Buffalo right now at 5-1, the Chiefs at 5-2 in the AFC West, AFC North, the Ravens at 5-3, and the AFC South, you have the Tennessee Titans right now at 5-2, quietly finding ways to win. And then second place in the AFC East, you had the Jets at 5-3, Dolphins at third place at 5-3, Patriots in last place at 4-4. AFC West, the Chargers second place, 4-3. You got the Broncos 3-5, Raiders are 2-5. AFC North, behind the Ravens, you got the Bengals at 4-3. You've got the Browns at 2-5, and you got the Steelers at 2-6. Now the Bengals and the Browns, they will play tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Meanwhile, AFC South, you have, behind the Titans at 5-2, you've got Indianapolis 3-4-1. You've got the Jaguars 2-6, and you got the Texans 1-5-1. I thought this would have been the year that somebody would have surpassed the Titans, but I may have been wrong this year. Now, again, to recap the NFC, of course, NFC East, you have the Eagles as the division leaders right now, 7-0. Seahawks for the NFC West leading division at 5-3. And then NFC North, the Vikings at 6-1. NFC South, the Falcons at 4-4. Now going back to the NFC East, behind the Eagles, the Cowboys at 6-2, and the Giants are now 6-2, and the Commanders are 4-4. So it's Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders. NFC West, behind the Seahawks, you got the 49ers at 4-4. Behind them, the Rams at 3-4, and the Cardinals at 3-5 in last place. Again, NFC North. Behind the Vikings, you got the Packers at 3-4, second place. Bears in third place in that division, 3-5, and the Lions sitting comfortably at last place at 1-6. And then NFC South, behind the Falcons at 4-4, you've got Tampa Bay at 3-5. You've got the Saints at 3-5 in third place, and you got the Panthers in last place at 2-6. So I hope you got it that time, Mike. Let's see. Mike says Commanders stink, but the rest of the division is fire. Let's see. Mike says, did you see Mostert bottlenecked at 4-4? And let's see. Yep. Mike says AFC West, shake my head. Let's see. Kenny, what's good with you? What's good with you? Kenny says the 49ers are not doing bad with Christian, and so not bad at all. And then also include the fact that they did not have Deebo Samuel in that game also, but still made it look easy against the Rams. Mike says the 49ers, Rams, Cardinals. Gino said hi down there. Mike says, yeah, 49ers getting a boost. Let's see. Lewis says Westbrook, first shot, air ball. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. Let's see. Kenny says, yeah, but how are you doing, Kenny? Let's see. Mike says, see so many poor records. Mike says, thanks, JB. Of course. Mike says, yo, Kenny. And so, absolutely. And again, we are right now at halftime, but when we come back, the Packers will get the football first. They do trail 24-7 right now. And so we've got to see if this offense can move the ball at all. If not, things are going to go from bad to ugly to worse. So we'll be looking to see how things play out in the second half. Let's see. Kenny says, not bad. How about you? I am doing great. Appreciate that, Kenny. I am doing great right now. Just enjoying this game here. Feeling very optimistic about my fantasy football team right now. So things are looking pretty good right now for me. Pretty good. Let's see. Jay says, does anyone here like the McRib? And so I actually do. I haven't had it in a minute, Jay, but I actually do. Let's see. Mike says, Kenny, who's your team? So Mike is asking Kenny, who's his team? Let's see. Kenny says, Tom Brady, in my opinion, should retire. And so I felt like he should have retired, like that, to save his marriage, unless he really didn't want to be in his marriage and stuff like that. But he should have retired already and stayed retired. But since he's going to stay out there, he took a loss to P.J. Walker and stuff like that. He's taking a loss pretty much just about everywhere he's going right now. Lamar beat him. But, Brady, he's going to fight this to the very end. He doesn't want to go out like this. But I agree with you, though. I feel like it wasn't worth it. You had nothing to prove. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. Caught at his own 1 yard line. He's at the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and out of bounds at the 50. Now, there is a penalty right now. Let's see. Mike says that he's a McRib respecter. Mike says McRib farewell tour must be respected. Let's see. Jay says, it's sad to say I'd never had a McRib. And so, man, Jay. And let's see. Mike says refs holding, throw the terrible towel. And so, yep, holding right there. Let's see. Kenny says, well, Pittsburgh, but I also like the Bills. And so, okay, so a Pittsburgh fan that also like the Bills. That's what's up. Let's see. Mike says, Jay, get some. Got onions, pickled, nice barbecue sauce. JB loves barbecue sauce. JB does love barbecue sauce. All right, but here we go here for the Packers. So, man, after that holding penalty, talk about a big penalty there. I saw some movement there. This should be a free play. But, of course, only Rodgers on a free play still gets sacked on a free play. Wow. And so, let's see. Mike says Gregory Rousseau. There you go. All right, so you had the offsides there. Buddy still took the hit, though. But offsides. So now we're going to be looking at 1st and 5 coming up here for the Packers from their own 13-yard line. Jay says, try McNuggets dipped in honey. So good. And so, bet. Let me see how my other fantasy football team is doing right now. Okay, I think it's pretty safe to say, yeah, I got that one in the bag. Most definitely. All right, Rodgers takes a snap, gives it to Jones. So, offensive line picked up everybody on that one. And so Jones stumbling and tumbling all the way to the 45-yard line here for the Packers. A massive pickup of about 32 yards on the play. And that's going to be a first down there for the Packers. They desperately need plays like this. Let's see. Mike says, you're a Bills fan, also fan of the Patriots, Panthers, and most teams. Let's see. Jay says, Mike is a big Chiefs fan as well. Mahomes is his favorite quarterback. All right, but here we go. Rodgers takes the snap, gives it to the back, and so Jones, again, with space, going to pick up the first down, picked up 11 yards on the play. So the offensive line right now looking halfway inspired out there in the second half. Let's see if this continues here. But faced with 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 44-yard line. Again, Bills leading 24-7. Let's see. Mike says, I go back and get, that's right, McNuggets just because I like the party. Mike says it's a party. Rodgers takes a snap, gives it to A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon met at the line of scrimmage here. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up right now from the Buffalo 44-yard line. Mike says Mahomes is a fantastic talent. Let's see, Kenny says, speaking fantasy football, you had Dak Prescott the game. He did the thing with his McLean. So you lost, of course, and you were so pissed. So, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, right now I'm checking my fantasy stuff play by play. I don't need much more. Gives the ball to A.J. Dillon. So A.J. Dillon right now taking off. Is he going to tumble in the end zone? No. They're going to get him at the 17-yard line. But a big pickup there by A.J. Dillon. I mean, he was moving. 27 yards there off the right guard. Ball right now 1st and 10 at about that 20-yard line. Well, 17-yard line. Let's see. Jay says, I hope the Bills get up big so they can bench Allen so you win your in fantasy. And so, J. I need Josh Allen to get me a little bit more here. They toss the ball to Dillon. Dillon tried to stiff arm there. Oh, man, is Dillon hurt? Is he hurt? He looked like he went down funny there on that one. Not sure if it's his shoulder or something. He tried to stiff arm. Oh, man, A.J. Dillon is injured here for the Packers. Oh, man, yeah, the way he came down on that one. Oh, man, I hope he's okay. But he lost 2 yards on the play. All right, here we go. Ball at the 19-yard line here of the Bills. Dubs goes in motion. Rodgers takes the snap. Play fake. Rodgers looking. Going to throw it down there for a screen. Here got the tight end. Here, tight end. Oh, he got hit on that play. Bills are hitting out there today. They're not playing around. So now we got 3rd and 3 coming up right now. So 3rd and 3 here for the Packers. 10 yards away from the end zone. Let's see. All right, so Mike says, Matthew Molino, the best tackling outside linebacker. Mike says Jordan Phillips knocked the guy hard, JB. Yes, he did. Jay says, how about them Raiders? And so, man, them Raiders, man, them Raiders, Jay. Don't get me started. I went to bat for these Raiders in the offseason, and they have been probably the biggest disappointment there. I tell you what, though, I projected the Jets to look good. Not this good, though, but I had them winning about 7, 8 games. Meanwhile, that looks like a touchdown, but there's a penalty right here. I mean, the cornerback's on the floor. This has to be on the offense, right? Oh, man, Rodgers is fired up right now. And so, ooh, that's a huge penalty right there. Pass interference on the offense. And so Rodgers is saying some things that I'm pretty sure you can't replicate on TV. Let's see, Mike says, refs throw terrible towel. Oh, man, Rodgers is just upset right now. He's livid. There's only 2 emotions that you see from Aaron Rodgers these days. He either looks depressed or he looks super mad. Those are the only 2 emotions he knows on the football field right now. Now after the penalty, you got 3rd and 13 right now. Rodgers going to line up in a shotgun here. Takes a snap. Rodgers on the move. Throws it. And, ooh, dangerous play there. Dangerous play there. And so that's going to be incomplete. So that should bring out the field goal unit here for the Green Bay Packers here. And Rodgers is just not happy. But you know what? He's not happy every game. So that's just how he is. Let's see. Jay says, I would hate to be an NFL ref. LOL. Lewis says, Lakers dancers performance way better than the game. And I'm sorry, better than the team. And so Yes, Lewis. Give the Lakers some mercy, Lewis. Give them some mercy. All right, so Mr. Crosby coming out here for a field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Packers now have 10 points there. So 24-10 is the score right now here in the third quarter with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. When we come back, we will see Josh Allen and company for the first time in the second half and see what he can do. Mike says Roger said a swear. Yeah, Rogers is not happy. Let's see. Mike says, I would have to check rules. Is a receiver allowed to throw cornerbacks on the ground? Absolutely not. Let's see. Jay says Rogers has thrown more pennies in a jar for those harsh words. And so, yes. All right. So Mike says Braden be like, uh-oh, he's about to troll Braden here. But again, right now, currently at the commercial here. Now's a good time, if you haven't done so already, to make sure to press the thumbs up button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's see. Jay says it's never fun to watch your team when they aren't playing good, but when they turn it around, it's worth it. And so that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, next Saturday we got some pretty nice college football games coming up next Saturday. Let's see. Mike says, ask Mr. JB if ice should be put back in, and Mr. JB would tell you no. He would tell you no. All right, so here we go. The score right now, 24-10 right now. Bills up by 2 touchdowns. Packers just kick it off here. And so let's see. We're going to get a return. We are going to get a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Taken down at about the 31-yard line there. And so now this Bills offense is coming out there. They're up by 2 touchdowns right now. So let's see. Third quarter right now. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen and company would love to go out there and ice things right now here in the third quarter. Let's see. Jay says, have you been to a Bills game, Mike? Mike says lots of Bill games. He lives down there at the stadium pretty much. Let's see. Mike says, Air Allen. All right, so here we go from their own 30-yard line. Allen up under center here, takes a snap here. Play fake. He's looking. Pump fakes. He throws it. And that's going to be a catch there to Davis, and then a penalty here. And so Lakers fan, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say you hate being a Lakers fan, and so it's just been so tough as of late. So tough as of late. I feel your pain. I share your burden. That I do. Let's see. Mike says Kurt Warner was most underrated quarterback in history. Let's see. Mike says the new stadium got the Buffalo statues. 80 says really? But appreciate you for coming through, Lakers fan. All right, so here we go. Here, 1st and 10. Again, there was a penalty on that one, so first and 10 here. Ball at the 35-yard line here for the Bills. Allen takes a snap, looking, takes a shot here. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Dawson Knox never caught that one, incomplete. So now second and 10 coming up. Let's see, Mike says, is Grandpop LeBron still playing? You know it, Mike. You know he is. Let's see, Jay says, I think Drew Brees is underrated, and so underrated and underappreciated. I will say that. Let's see, Laker fan says, we need more three-point shooters and need to trade Westbrook. If only we can find a trade partner that would be willing to take him on and that salary. And I would love it if we could not have to give up a pick to do it. But absolutely. But here we go. Allen, pump fakes, throws it. It's caught by Gabe Davis here. So Gabe going to take it all the way to the 36-yard line here. Goes down there. So a big-time play there. 29 yards there. That is massive for JB's fantasy football team right there. Very massive there. All right, so here we go. Shotgun here. Again, 36 yards away from the end zone. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Let's see, Allen with the ball here. Throws it. Incomplete. It was behind Singletary on the play. Incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Let's see. Mike says 80s gets a nice shot or two of of angles. Let's see, envy and talk to the statues. Let's see. Mike says True J. Mike says not a fan of short quarterbacks like Baker, Breeze. Okay, and so Mike says he prefers to have someone huge at quarterback. Let's see. Mike says LeBron dribble with Kane. All right, here we go. Second and 10 right now for the Bills. Out of the shotgun here. 3 receivers at the top of the formation. Tight end at the bottom. Allen in the pocket moving. He's going to scramble here. He's cooking something up here. And reaches out. He reaches out. Did he get enough for the first down? Think he picked up 10 yards. And depending where they spot it, it should be a first down. Again, Bills are up 24-10 right now. Mike says we want a Gabe touchdown. See over line. And so, yeah, looking at the replay there, he extended his arm. That's a first. That's a first. He's got 3 rushes for 36 yards in this game. First and 10 right now. Ball 26 yards away from the end zone. Takes a snap here. Going to give it to the back and the back. Up the middle. Singletary going to pick up about 8 yards, but it may not matter as a penalty is down. Mike says he likes P.J. Walker, though, and so, oh, yeah, P.J. Walker time. Braden says, 8 is going to like the news I have. Mike says, Ken Dorsey angry. Oh, yeah, he's definitely not happy about that. So, again, after the hold right there, first and 20 right now. Ball at the Green Bay Packers 36-yard line here. Josh Allen in the offense here in the shotgun. Oh, it says Packers not even trying anymore. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and so the back going to pick up a yard on the play. Singletary with the carry. So we got second down coming up here. Again, here in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here. Bills are up 24-10 right now. Braden says, yep, we're done, old man. All right, so here we go. Shotgun here. Takes a snap, looking, throws it short, caught by Diggs, and so Diggs going to pick up about a good 6 yards on the play. Third down coming up. Let's see. Mike says, Bills starting right tackle out. Maybe that's why scoring so slow. Oh, it says, Braden, I feel your pain. Just think you don't have to face them twice a year. Bills hate the Patriots more, so yeah, they love to rub it in there. Braden. So Braden's digging up more graves there. Let's see. Mike says Diggs return. All right, here we go. 3rd and 13 here. Allen takes a snap. On the move. He's going to run. And, oh, trying to fight for it there. Got to protect yourself, Allen. Got to protect yourself. And so picked up 10 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 4th and 3 right now from the Green Bay 19-yard line. Again, on this drive was 7 plays, 51 yards on this drive. Let's see. Mike says, Air Allen be like the Flash. Let's see. Mike says field goals are for punks. Let's see. Braden says, I'm glad we don't have to play them twice a year. And so, yeah, this is absolutely. Let's see. Kick is up and it is good. So Buffalo extends the lead right now, 27-10. Here in the third quarter at 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go. When we come back here, it'll be the Packers for just their second offensive drive of the game of the second half. And so there we go. Mike says, Old Allen jump over the Hurdle Avenue sign. And so, yeah, they got. Let's see. Braden says they also mess with your guys' internet. And so, don't remind them, Braden. Don't remind them. Don't remind them. But again, here in the third quarter, at 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go so far in this one. But Jay, let me know, Jay, in terms of fantasy football right now, how is your team looking right now? How many points, I guess, would Josh Allen need if he's going to destroy your team? All right, so meanwhile, let's look at the stats so far in this one. So Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is 9 of 13 for 71 yards. He's got 1 passing touchdown, no interceptions, sacked twice so far in this one. For Buffalo, Josh Allen, he's 10 of 15, 164 yards through the air, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked twice. He's also got 4 carries for 46 yards on the ground as well. Now, on the ground now for Buffalo as a team, 16 carries for 128 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown that came via Isaiah McKenzie. But Devin Singletary, 7 carries, 52 yards. James Cook, 3 carries, 28 yards. Obviously, Josh Allen had his 4 carries for 46 yards. And Isaiah McKenzie, 2 carries for 2 yards and a rushing touchdown. For the Green Bay Packers, though, as a team, 20 carries for 151 yards. You had Aaron Jones, 13 carries for 114 yards, no rushing touchdown. A.J. Dillon, he's got 7 carries for 37 yards as well. Now, receiving-wise, for the Packers, Romeo Doubs, he has the most productive day so far for the Green Bay Packers. 2 catches, 26 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Christian Watson has 1 catch for 12 yards. Aaron Jones has 2 catches for 9 yards. Meanwhile, for the Buffalo Bills, here's Stephon Diggs, 5 catches, 101 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Dawson Knox also has 2 catches, 10 yards, and a receiving touchdown as well. Gabe Davis has 1 catch for 29 yards. Let's see. 80 says a drink. Let's see. Mike says JB getting hitched. Who's the lucky lady? And so we'll get to that in a second there, Mike. Let's see. Ben, what's good with you, Ben? What's good with you? And so let's see. Ben says, I wish the Chiefs played the Bills twice a year. I mean, they already do, but in the regular season. And so, let's see. Mike says, is that a shot of Angels envy 80s? And so let's see. Oh, it says, oh boy, Braden, now just wait. Let's see if they mess with me or JB Mike. And so, you know it's coming. Now that he mentioned it, you know it's coming. Absolutely. Jay says, you have 103 and they have 97. It's going to be close. Extremely close. If I was you right now, Jay, I would hope for a pick 6. So that way the Bills score again. And then, let Green Bay take a lot of time off the clock, about 7 minutes off the clock, throw a pick 6, get the ball back, another 5, 6, 7 minutes off the clock. Bills get it back, No reason for Allen to be out there at this point. That's what I would hope for. Let's see. Mike says, Ben, you a Bills fan? And let's see. Mike says, I walked by the Bills Mafia house when walking to the stadium. Let's see. Owen says, dang, JB, my uncle offered me a Bills fan contract, but I have to wear a bandwagon fan jersey for a year. I told him, nah, I'm good. Even if they win one, Patriots still got 5 more. There you go. Meanwhile, on the carry there, so Jones picks up 4 yards on the play. Let's see. Mike says 3 giant Buffalo statues. Mike says, see how it covers fans, JB. And so, but yeah, JB has his match pretty much in the bag already in both his fantasy football leagues. So JB's good. At this point, everything else is just icing on the cake. Let's see. Jay says, I like the outdoor stadium. I dislike domes in football. And so me and you share the same thing, but Mr. JB loves domes. He feels that every team should have a dome. Why? Because his team plays in the dome. They hand the ball here to Jones, and so Jones takes it to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a first down here for the Green Bay Packers. Let's see. Old says, Mike, yeah, I'm not allowed near that house. I think that's a safety precaution right there, old man. All right, so here we go in the shotgun here. Takes a snap. Multiple tight ends. They're going to toss it to A.J. Dillon, and A.J. Dillon running physically here. Going to pick up 5 yards on the play. Good to see A.J. Dillon back out there. Let's see. Old says they don't like me since I was a little kid because I rock my Patriot stuff and give no F about it. And so there you go. But again, 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter right now. And so Bills are up 27-10 right now. Let's see. Jay says, have you been to a Patriots game, old man? That's a good question. Meanwhile, they snap the ball here. Going to give it to A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon still grounded and pounding and fighting forward before he gets knocked down there. Picked up about 9 yards on the play. So now you got 1st and 10 here from the Buffalo 46-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, I want to watch football in stadiums. Mike says, go to the games in domes. Let's see. Jay says, remember when the Chargers played in a tiny stadium when new LA Stadium was being built? And so, yes. Yes, that's back when everybody kept saying San Diego, and then they had to do push-ups every time they said San Diego instead of LA. Well, around that time. Meanwhile, Dillon there on the carry, picked up about 3 yards there. Let's see. Mike says, I go to games in domes. Jay says, remember when the Chargers played? Okay, I already read that one, so absolutely. Let's see. O says, in Buffalo a lot, but not for a couple years because I've seen a poor woman get treated really bad. They tipped her over. I'm sorry, they tipped over meanwhile, Allen's going to, I'm sorry, not Allen, Rodgers is going to throw the ball there. And so, Jones shook off one guy there and picked up 8 yards and a first down here for the Packers. A minute and 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Let's see, toilet potty while she was there. And so, yeah, absolutely messed up. But Jones right now, 129 yards rushing and 17 receiving yards. Shotgun here for the Packers. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Jones goes in motion. They're going to give it to him here. He's got the cut up here. Gets stumbled and unable to get back to the line of scrimmage there. They say he got back there. So now we got 2nd and 10 coming up here. A minute left to go here in the third quarter of play. Let's see. Jay says, crazy people definitely go to football games. Chiefs games are madness. Let's see. Mike says Edmonds not good at tackling. Let's see. Old says you got into a fight and almost jumped. Speaking of jump, how about those Michigan players that was jumped by those Michigan State players after the game and stuff like that? Hate when teams do that. Like you barricade a team from getting to the locker room there. You already lost on the football field, so you add more stuff to it. Just terrible. Meanwhile, there, Packers throw it to the tight end, and the tight end's going to pick up about a good 3-4 yards on the play. Let's see. There is enough time to where if they wanted to take it to the end of the third quarter, they very well can. And that's exactly what it looks like they're going to do. Gives them the opportunity here to talk about 3rd and 7 coming up right now from the Buffalo 32-yard line. Mike says, wrap up you bums. Let's see. Braden says, breaking news, the Philadelphia Unions have made the MLS Cup final. So you know 80s has another reason to drink for that. But we are here at the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the 3 quarters, Buffalo leads this one 27-10. Let's see. Mike says, respect Chiefs fans pregame. Let's see. Braden says, congrats 80s. Yeah, congratulations to 80s. So 1 quarter remaining. And again, right now, currently at the commercial because it is the end of the third quarter right now, and the Bills are up 27-10 right now. But the Packers facing 3rd and 7 when we come back from the Buffalo 32-yard line. Definitely need to find a way to get into the end zone here. 9 plays, 43 yards, and 5 minutes and 59 seconds in terms of time of possession. Let's see, Jay says, best visiting fans I've seen at the Chiefs games are Steeler fans. They are always nice. Let's see, Jay says Bill fans are a close second. So Jay says Bill fans are a close second. Let's see. Mike says 80 sleeps with the lights on after a scary movie. But it is so funny how close November is almost upon us. I mean, wow. This year has gone by super fast. I feel like it wasn't that long ago since we had that conversation, Mike, about sweet potato pie, like last year around Thanksgiving and stuff like that. And here we go again, almost getting ready for the Thanksgiving game not too long from now. So, wow, time it just keeps going so fast. Braden says comeback about to happen. So Braden says he got to shoot his shot for some hope here. But look at the time of possession. Green Bay, 27 minutes to Buffalo, 17 minutes in terms of time of possession. They've ran more plays, more time of possession, but still less points and less yards. Here we go here for the Packers here. 3rd and 7 right now. Shotgun formation here. Important 3rd down here. And so Isaac, what's good with you? Meanwhile, gives it to Jones, and so Jones going to be about a yard shy of first, but 4th and 1 right now. So the conversation to be had here about going for it here. Let's see. Let's see. Jay says, JB, who's your favorite college hoops team? And so for me, it's Ohio State. Ohio State for football, Ohio State for basketball, and stuff like that. Baseball, I don't really follow college baseball there, but I'll still say them for that. Only sports you might get something different might be women's college volleyball, might be a little different answer for that one. Let's see. Black says Carmichael is getting hammered in fantasy, and so perhaps that's why we haven't seen a Carmichael sighting in this one. But they ran the ball, and Jones is well short. So the Bills defense get a massive stop there. Jones lost a yard on that one. Let's see. Isaac says, do you think the Packers can turn their season around? I believe it is still possible that they can turn around. Anytime you got Aaron Rodgers and you got the defense that they got, it is possible that they can turn it around. Now, will they? That's an entirely different thing. But can they be a team to go out there and win maybe 9 games and maybe sneak in? I think that's still possible. It's still possible. I remember last year, I think it was the Miami Dolphins. I forget how many losses the Dolphins had last year to start off the year, but I remember thinking that they were dead in the water. But then they went on a tear that second half, only to fall about a game shy of actually getting to make the playoffs. So it's possible. It's possible. Let's see. Braden says LSU is going to beat Alabama this week. Mike says stuffed. Mike says, you mean the Ohio State? There you go. Appreciate that correction there, Mike. The Ohio State University. Braden says, game over, back to digging the grave. Lewis says, he still needs 9 points. Let's go. Jay says, would Green Bay be better with Mike McCarthy as head coach? Well, I just feel like with the experience of Mike McCarthy actually having won a Super Bowl and stuff like that, and you see the work they're doing down there in Dallas, I honestly, unpopular opinion, I think so. I think so because I think Mike McCarthy in certain situations where we saw, remember a couple years ago we saw the Packers versus the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game, and I think it was like 4th and 1, was it? And they chose to kick a field goal, Matt LaFleur, as opposed to going for a touchdown. I think Mark McCarthy would have understood the situation better enough to try to go forward in that situation, which clearly going for a field goal there, you put your team at a major disadvantage in that scenario, in that moment. So little things like that I feel like, would help. But that's just my opinion there. I've seen the Packers have success either way. Let's see. Braden says, I just want to say I never said we were coming back. Braden says, come on, Jay and JB. Jay says, I agree, JB. I actually thought it was bad they got rid of him. And so Braden says he disagreed with that. And so Jay says, look at him in Dallas. He's doing pretty good. And so you can't deny that. You can't deny that. All right, but here we go. Josh Allen and company here. Allen up under center, takes a snap, play fake. Allen looking. Allen's he's gonna take a deep shot here. Ooh, incomplete. No flag. 2nd and 10 coming up right now from the Buffalo 28-yard line here. But you know what? Anytime there's a disagreement on this channel, there's only one way to solve it. All right, meanwhile, they pass it, and, incomplete. Intended for Gabe Davis there, but incomplete. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second here, guys, and we will get to this. But it's 3rd and 10 coming up right now here for the Buffalo Bills. All right, so here we go, guys. 3rd and 10. Allen throws it, overthrew Diggs on that one. Incomplete. But a penalty does come in. So a penalty comes in. And so let's see. Miguel, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, what do you think is the Packers' biggest issue? And so, the Packers' biggest issues. Where do I begin with that? I honestly feel like This was supposed to be the year where they really took advantage of that 1-2 punch with the backs in the backfield. I got to point to that offensive line though. That offensive line is not giving Rodgers enough time back there. I understand his frustration to a degree, so I got to go offensive line is a big one there. And then because they get behind a lot, they're not able to really take advantage of the ground and pound duo they have in that backfield and stuff like that. So that's a lot of what I'm thinking is the problem there for the Green Bay Packers there, honestly. So, because I remember against the Jets, that pass rush was applying pressure on Rodgers a lot. So I got to point to that offensive line. Got to point to them. And so, but hey, 80s appreciate that. 80s appreciate the super chat. And so 80 says, JV, you say you'll drink to that and you guess Braden won't change his pick. It looks that way. It looks that way. Meanwhile, Singletary there on the carry, they're going to lose about 5 yards on the play. Let's see, Mike says he gave Singletary DT. Let's see, Black says Michigan State just suspended 4 players. I'm guessing that's for the fight. So just 4 players for the fight, because the way Jim Harbaugh made it seem like there was about 10 guys, but they suspended 4 guys for that. Okay, bet. So let's see. Miguel says, big facts on the O-line. Thanks for answering. Yeah, anytime. Because most definitely, if Rodgers had more time, I really feel like he wouldn't be as frustrated. But because he doesn't have the time, he needs his receivers to be like click, 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 and to be able to make plays fast. But that offensive line did not give him time. I really watched that Jets and Packers game, and I was like, yeah, that offensive line right now, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Absolutely. Let's see. But right now there is a penalty. Let's see. Braden says, sorry, it's not going to happen, 80s. All right, so defensive offsides. That's the penalty there, defensive offsides. Let's see. 80 says, Braden, no, LOL. All right, so let's see. Meanwhile, through 6 votes here, so Mike McCarty was 67% here, and so to 33%. So, absolutely. All right, so here we go. Allen takes a snap here, moving around on the run, looking, has to throw that one down there to the ground. I don't blame you there. Incompletion. Let's see. Miguel says, I have my ass up. Let's see. Jay says, Miguel, JB is the best. He always answers the questions, and so I do my best. I appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Mike says, playing like bums out there. 3rd and 10 right now from the Buffalo 33-yard line. Here in the 4th quarter, with 12 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Again, Bills up right now. It's 27-10. They have the football right now. But 3rd and 10. Let's see if the Packers can get a stop here. Allen has it on the move. Throws it. And, he threw an interception. And so, wow. So Allen tried to, make the play there. Let's see. Braden says picked. So let's see. Miguel says, why are the Bills trying to throw it? They should run the clock out. And so I've seen Buffalo do that plenty of times right now. They do that plenty of times there. Quite frankly, they've got a lot of confidence in Josh Allen throwing, running. They just like to run their offense as regular. So I've seen the Buffalo Bills do that week in and week out every week until maybe if they were up 34-10, then once they take Josh Allen out, that's when they'll go ahead and run the ball. But if Josh Allen's in there, they will continue to try to throw that ball. Whether it's 12 minutes left or 2 minutes left. Feels like they will try to throw that ball. Let's see. Jay says that pick was great for your fantasy game. And so, speaking of fantasy, I got to check it again. And so, my team is good for the W. We're good for the W. I'm pretty sure we're good for the W. And I still got Joe Mixon playing tomorrow. So, I'm not worried about that. Him and York for the Browns at kicker. So, I'm good with fantasy. Let's see. Jay says they could let Green Bay back in it. And so right now, how this game is going, Green Bay is taking about 7 minutes really to score, whether it's in the form of a field goal or a touchdown and stuff like that. They're going to need to find a way to beat somebody deep on this play. They're going to have to take a shot. Rodgers is going to have to take a shot. Whether it's the Dubs or Watson, he's going to have to take a shot, I feel like, right now, because they got to score relatively quickly. So why not, fresh off a turnover, try to score? Let's see. Braden says, Miguel Hernandez, are you a Packers fan? Jay says they could let Green Bay back in. Let's see. Old says, live or die by the deep throw. Let's see. Mike says they need practice. Lewis says Buffalo trying to help Green Bay make it a close game. Jay says I'm up by 8 points right now. And so, oh, well, that's good. Let's see. Mike says Braden put OG pick back. So let's see. Miguel says not a Packers fan. Mike says Bills won a challenge. Old says, JB, you think people are going to be pissed about our trade? And I throw up D-Hop on the trade block to see what I can get for him. And so I feel like at this point, though, I don't think they'll be too upset because they'll understand you're getting a quarterback in return in Tua after the game he just had and stuff like that. And maybe their expectations, they probably expect it from you at this point. So I don't think that they'll be too pissed, honestly. Let's see. Jay says, who is your team, Miguel? And so Braden says, okay, Miguel, and let's see. All right, so you say Cowboys. Mike says cornerback Teron Johnson, not the biggest fan. Mike says Dane Jackson, okay. And, hey, what a win by them Cowboys, though. They did what my Patriots could not do. They went out there and they had a party against those Bears. Particularly was really impressed with Tony Pollard out there. I knew he was going to have a big game, but he had a big game. Ball's in the air. This going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off. Did he follow through with the catch there? I think it's a pick. And it is a pick. So Buffalo gets the ball back immediately there. Aaron Rodgers, wow. That Buffalo defense, this is a special unit. Tipped the ball in the air that time. And then, hey, Leno got the interception. So Bills with the ball back. All right, let's see. Mike says, not much Von Miller. Let's see. Lewis says, Gino wants a shot versus Buffalo. Mike says, Molino usually don't catch. Mike says, 7th round, Christian Benford, very good. Jay says, what is happening? Let's see. O says, yeah, I bet they laughing at me, but they better watch out next year because I've learned a lot. Oh, no matter what you do this year, you cannot be more, how can I put it? You can't do worse than what the Silverados did the first year he was in the league, where he dropped half his team, quote unquote, by accident right after the draft in fantasy football. It happened around midnight. I remember I was awake and it was a field party. I was out there updating my roster, all that stuff. So it was it was wild that he was just dropping guys, and he started Jameis Winston a year that Jameis Winston was a backup to Drew Brees and stuff like that. It was the funniest thing ever. Let's see. Mike says, Kura Elam is our first round cornerback this year. Very good. Braden says, LOL, shaking his head. Lewis says, well, there goes hope. Let's see. Owen says, A-Rod, just throwing it up. Literally, we want Jordan Love at this point. We want Jordan Love. Let's see. Miguel says, dang, what the heck, Green Bay? Good play, though. And so, yeah, Green Bay. It's the body language for me from Aaron Rodgers. It's the body language. I get it. But at some point, he looks like he's not enjoying football, and that's contagious. You got young guys around you, guys that this is their dream to be in the NFL, and you are milking the joy away from them and stuff like that. They're not out there having fun. After the game, you're literally saying, well, if this guy would have made the catch, we could have won the game, or if such and such a block better. That may be true, but you're the leader. You got to go out there and protect these young guys who are just trying to figure things out, honestly. Braden says, of course that would happen. Mike says, our best cornerback, Tre'Davious White, has been out since midway last year. Braden says, I'm going to change my full profile pick. Jay says, please, Allen, don't get 8 more points in fantasy. Mike says, LOL, Jay. Mike says, Gabe Davis is an amazing throw to him. Let's see, Miguel says, A-Rod definitely looks like a buzzkill. He really does, because I was thinking if I was a rookie this year, I wouldn't want to play with Aaron Rodgers this year, and I would not want to play with Tom Brady this year, because those two guys look like some grouchy Grinches out there. And it's not even Christmas right now, but they are as grouchy as it gets. Meanwhile, they snap the ball here, and oh my goodness, in the backfield. This is why Buffalo opts to pass the ball a lot, because running the ball a lot of times, sometimes that stuff happens for them. Sometimes. All right, let's see. Old says A-Rod is over it. Packers better trade for Cooks or Nelson. Braden says change my profile pic. Let's see. Mike says stop handing it off. Throw it deep. Miguel says ha ha. All right, so here we go. All right, so ball right now just past midfield here for Buffalo, and looks like they're going to try to air it out some more with 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go here. Going to go 5 wide. Allen with the ball. Packers bringing pressure. Allen on the move. Steps away from someone. He throws it, and it's caught by James Cook. Here we go. And so Cook cooking it up all the way to the 7-yard line there. Picked up 41 yards there on the pass. First and goal coming up here from the Green Bay 7-yard line. Jay, I don't know if this right now is what you were looking for. Well, I know it's not what you were looking for here, but you better hope that they run the ball in here outside of Allen to get to that end zone. And so Miguel says subscribe. And so, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Let's see. Miguel says grumpy old men. Haha. And so, hey, the only people more grumpy than them is the NFL owners right now. Because I'm telling you, they've been an episode of Mean Girls for the last couple of weeks watching the NFL owners just bicker about things. I'm like, we're all getting paid. Why are we so bitter? Why are we so bitter is what I would be saying. We're all getting paid here. So, but that's just me. Let's see, Jay says, channel is popping. JB, Miguel, you found the best sports stream on YouTube. And so, hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Mike says, James Cook. And so that's right. That is right. Dalvin Cook's brother. And so let's see. That was him on the reception, though, for 41 yards. He also had that 4-yard carry also. So we got second and goal coming up right now. 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go here. I would have to imagine if Buffalo scores here, this should be the last drive that we should see Josh Allen out there, assuming that Green Bay doesn't score again. But, hey, Allen tried to throw it there. He wants to get the ball to Diggs there. He really wants to. Third down coming up here. Incomplete. Now, I would love to see him throw the ball to my guy Gabe Davis and help my fantasy team out just that much more, you know, if I'm not being picky. Let's see. Braden says 80s to change my profile pic. Let's see. Mike says, Miguel, part of JB Nation now. Absolutely. Braden says, yes, Miguel. And let's see. Mike says, Bizzo waiting to buy them up. And so, oh, you know that. You know that. And so Braden is saying pick. He's hoping for a pick here. Let's see. Miguel says, don't let Allen run it, though. Let's see what happens here. Takes a snap here. Third down. Allen looking. Allen on the move. Allen still looking. Allen slings it. Ooh, was it picked? Was it picked or was it incomplete? Was it picked or was it incomplete? Looks like an interception there, and they're saying interception. Show me a replay here, but that could be huge. Jay, was that what you needed? Was that what you needed? And so, let's see. 80 says, change the red and gold, LOL. And so, let's see. Yeah, I would have to update that. I haven't tried updating it middle of the stream there. So let me see if I can update that. Because I think what's happening, 80s, is what happens is when you do the regular regular super chat, I think the super chat and the donation, two separate things. So the donation doesn't show like it. That's why I've got to do that manually. But I'll go ahead and see if I can update that myself right now in the middle of the stream. Haven't tried it before, so let's see. All right, so give me 1 second here, guys, and let me see if I can edit this. Give me 1 second. All right, 1 second here. All right, so all right, give JB 1 minute here. All right. right, let's see. Did that change it? All right, done. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so there we go. It is updated now. Much appreciated to 80s there. All right, let's see. All right, so Lewis says, there goes my points. Lewis was banking on this, guys. Lewis is trying to get paid. And so there we go. Let's see. Miguel says, oh, that's a pick. Mike says, owns. Mike says he's going to buy the team. And so Miguel says, rooting for Jay's team because mine got railed today. And so I like that. I like that. Rooting for someone else's team. I like that. This is like the first time since week 2 that I've gotten a win in like both of my fantasy football leagues and stuff like that. So hopefully after this week, I'll have first place in like 2 different fantasy leagues here. So excited, but I know there's a lot more football to be played. Jay says still up by 8 points, and you say you'll win as long as Allen doesn't do good. Let's see. Oates says if Packers could actually score, they would be in this game. Maybe trade for Adams for the Raiders. He seems like he'd be a great Packer. All right, but here we go. Speaking of the Packers, they're going to toss it to Aaron. And so Jones on that carry had the fight to get back to the line and gain a yard on the play. Just the fact that they're still trying to run the ball right now, I think Green Bay really wants this game to be over. Aaron Rodgers, he's done with it right now. He's just trying to run this game over, take it one drive at a time. If we score, great. If not, he doesn't care. At the end of the day, he's getting paid. Let's see. Jay says, who does Dallas play next week? You said looks like a bye week next week. So let me see. Mike says Allen is practicing, I guess. Yeah, let me take a look and see who Dallas got coming up here. Meanwhile, Rodgers snaps the ball, throws it over the middle. Caught by Tunyon, picks up 5 yards on the play. All right, so let's see. All right, so yeah, so looks like a bye week could be coming up. And then once they return, they will be on the Cowboys will be on the road at the Green Bay Packers. So Braden's team just doesn't get a break. Let's see. Mike says we want to pick 6. Mike says JB tying the knot. And so absolutely. Let's see. Miguel says I need a team to beat the Eagles. Who's that team? Who's that team? Feels like almost saying who's that Pokemon right now. But who's that team that can do it? Honestly, I feel like aside from the Cowboys, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I feel like the Giants have a chance. But while I say chance, I'm conservatively saying a chance here. But I got to look at the Eagles' schedule and see who can do it. Not saying that they will, but in terms of like the best chance to do it. And so, you know what? December 4th. They have a matchup against the Tennessee Titans. Now, I know that, you never know. With King Henry, there's a possibility. I don't like the odds, though, but I'm just saying, if we're desperate here, that's a way to look. All right, here we go. Rodgers slings it up there, and it is caught by Dubs there. Picks up 26 yards there and a first down, taking it to the Buffalo 48-yard line. But yeah, it's tough. Looking at the Eagles, looking at the Eagles' schedule here, I know they play the Giants twice, so maybe that could be a split there. And if the Cowboys win once, now they do go on the road December 18th at Chicago. That'll be interesting because of the weather potentially. So, but other than that, I don't know. I'm really stretching hard here, really stretching hard for who can beat the Eagles right now, based upon how things are looking currently. Rodgers throws the ball. Ooh, dangerous pass that time there. So Jackson there got a hand on that one, incomplete. 2nd and 10 right now at the Buffalo 48-yard line. Again, here in the 4th quarter, there's 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Let's see. Old says, JB, who retires first, A-Rod or Tom Brady? And so I feel like after this year, Tom Brady has to retire. So I feel like I'm going to say Tom Brady because Aaron Rodgers, he's just going to keep being like, oh, I'm going to retire, and hope that they trade for someone else. But I think he wants to cash in and make all the money he can make. But that's a good question. Aaron Rodgers scrambling here, so look at that. You know things are really going south when Aaron Rodgers is scrambling right now when his team is down 17 points. Let's see. Jay says the Eagles' next two games are the Texans and Washington, and so yeah, that's cupcake games right there. Let's see. Miguel says slim chance for the Giants, but I think they can do it too. And so I feel like so. I mean, hey, I'm gonna regret saying this, but if there's a team that likes to spoil undefeated seasons, it's the Giants. So they'll take pride in that. So I'll give them at least one game. Meanwhile, pass there, caught by the receiver there, so 18 yards. A little Rogers to Rogers action right there, and so going to be at the Buffalo 19-yard line here. Let's see. Miguel says the Dubs has been so clutch for Aaron, and so that he has. But if you ask Aaron, he's saying he's not doing enough. Mike says Super Bowl Eagles, Cowboys, or Buccaneers. And so right now, I would lean towards the Eagles right now. I do like what the Cowboys are doing. Today was really like the first time I'm like looking at Dak like, okay, I really like what they did. I really love what Tony Pollard did. So I'm going to keep my eyes on the Cowboys. I'm keeping my eyes on the Vikings right now. I'm keeping my eyes on the 49ers. Those are three teams right now in the NFC that I am watching from now through the next couple of weeks to really see, how I feel about those. But I really do want to see the second time that the Cowboys play the Eagles. But for right now, I'll lean towards the Eagles slightly. Let's see. Mike says Phil's played like garbage tonight. Let's see. Jay says Aaron might retire like Brett Favre did. Let's see. Old says, thanks, JB, for reminding me of the Giants and that bum who sell, not the team, not be named. And so, yes. Yes. I mean, the reference was there. JB tries not to be biased. He tries not to be biased. But yeah, we got 11 votes in, so I'm going to go ahead and call the poll right now. So, seems like Mike McCarthy. So, the people have spoken, Braden. They have spoken. All right, so here we go right now for the Green Bay Packers here. 2nd and 10 right now. Rodgers with the ball on the move. Now he's still looking, gonna sling it deep, has a man, and that's going to be a touchdown for Green Bay. Well, if you guys were hoping that Josh Allen was going to come out of the game, that's going to ruin that. Let's see. Braden says touchdown. Jay says next Sunday Night Football we get the Chiefs and the Titans. I'm looking forward to that. A good old King Henry versus Patrick Mahomes out there. I'm looking forward to that. And so Miguel says, bruh, Aaron, he's still bad. And so when you give him time, some time and stuff like that, although that time he was moving to the right, he was moving to the left. I mean, I thought he was doing the electric slide out there in the pocket, but if he found a way to make it work and got the touchdown. Extra point is up, and extra point is good. 27-17 right now. Let's see. Jay says, JB, are you streaming Monday Night Football? So, yes, I will be streaming this Monday Night Football this time up there. So, yeah, I'm thinking 2 streams a week for right now. And that's just because JB has a lot of things that's currently taking place right now. But, so 2 streams a week is what JB is aiming for. But you know what? I feel a lot more refreshed now that I've cut down. It's really about half the time I was doing before. So I do feel more energy now during the streams. Let's see. Oh, it says, dang, that was a great throw. A-Rod still has it in him. And so, yeah, he has it in him now. The talent is still there. Let's see. Miguel says he was mobile as fuck on that play, but the protection was key. And so, yeah, he was moving to the right, moving to the left. Absolutely. Now, tomorrow is very big because you've got the Bengals versus the Browns. And so I know Jamar Chase, he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks they're projecting. And so I'm expecting Joe Burrow to still go out there, utilize Joe Mixon a lot. But T. Higgins, I'm looking at T. Higgins, not just because I got him in my other fantasy football league, but I'm looking at T. Higgins. Can he step up and really ball out during his time? I feel like it is important there. And let's see. Old says, the more important question is how you feeling, JB? And so I appreciate that, old man. I do appreciate that. Absolutely. And so, yeah, I feel so much better than where I was about 2 weeks ago, honestly, because 2 weeks ago could not stay awake for longer than maybe 4 hours out the day. So it was a huge struggle and stuff like that. But now I am able to at least stay up, I'd say at least a good 8-9 hours now. So feeling much better now. Jay says, heck yeah, I think tomorrow night would be a good game. And so, I mean, for Cleveland, though, they really look pretty, like, I'll say they've looked pretty good. Nick Chubb has been on a tear this season. Kareem Hunt, though, I mean, I really feel like he's going to get traded. But what do you guys think? Will Kareem Hunt get traded? And if so, who should trade for Kareem Hunt? I feel like if he went to Philly, that would be deadly. That would be like the thing that's like, you know what? All right, they're going to the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. The Rams, they're in the market for a running back. They really would like an upgrade here. So Kareem Hunt, could that be a good fit there? So just throw out some teams that you think might be in the market for Kareem Hunt, because I feel like you can get Kareem Hunt for possibly, I think, a fifth-round pick. I know they say fourth, but I feel like they'll take a fifth-round pick, honestly, because they know Kareem does not want to be there with the Cleveland Browns. He already was trying to get traded before the season there, and Nick Chubb is taking all the carries. Plus, you got Dearness Johnson in the backfield and stuff like that. So you got some pieces already that you're comfortable with in that backfield, that if Nick Chubb needs a breather or something like that. So I can see that being the case. But kickoff on the way. Isaiah McKenzie here, cutting up there and takes it to the 26-yard line. So Buffalo with 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the fourth, up by 10 points right now, 27-17. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Oh, it says, that's great news. Just remember, if you need a break, take it. Your health is the most important thing. I appreciate that. Let's see. Jay says, us, the Chiefs, will take Kareem back, LOL. With all the backs you guys have in the backfield and stuff like that. I mean, if you guys did that, I mean, hey, if you guys did bring him back, I feel like it would be great, but I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that. Let's see. Braden says, Joe Burrow hasn't beaten the Browns in his career. Has he really not? He's 0-3. You serious? Wow. JB did not pay attention to that stat. Wow. Meanwhile, Singletary picks up 7 yards from the carry. The object of the game here for Buffalo is to move the ball, get first downs, and take off some time of possession as well on this one. Let's see. Miguel says, those stats aren't pretty for Jay. And so, I'm sorry, for Joe. And so, yeah, I mean, how many people have gone throughout their career in the last 20 years and say, I've never lost to the Browns. But he's the one that's saying, I've never beaten them. So, funny how times are changing. Let's see. Ode says, I think Hunt will the Eagles as long as they don't get Alvin Kamara. But if the Eagles don't get Alvin Kamara because, Kansas City, because Jones, running back, wants out. Now, Jones does want out. He does want out. I wonder if he's looking at Tampa Bay and seeing them struggling running the ball. He's like, I want to go back down to Tampa Bay and see if we can rekindle what was there at the very beginning before playoff Lenny took over. So possibilities, though. Possibilities. But this is the point of the season where you make those trades to better your team. We saw the Jets make that trade for James Robinson last week. I know he didn't do too much this week, but I'm expecting more things for him in the future. Henceforth, why I traded for him in fantasy football. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, but here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick pass there. Caught by Gabe Davis. Gabe tries to stiff arm there, still running, picks up 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up right now. So 2nd and 4 here from the Buffalo 46-yard line. All right, so again here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Again, the Bills up 27-17. Let's see, 80 says, what is the score? So, yeah, Bills up with the football right now. They're up 27-17 over the Packers here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go, facing 2nd and 4 right now, and the ball from their own 46-yard line. Josh Allen in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They're going to give it to the back. And so the back fighting for yards here is going to be about a yard shy. He picked up 3 yards. So now we got 3rd and 1 coming up right now from the Buffalo 49-yard line. Let's see. Jay says 27-17 Bills. And so, Brandy, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? How are you doing? And you said the Bills might go to the Super Bowl. And so, hey, there's a lot of optimism there. A lot of optimism right now for sure. It just feels like it. Let's see. Miguel says, Gabe Davis, let's go. And so, hey, he's on my fantasy team. You know I'm all about that. Let's see. Brandy says the Bulls might go to the Super Bowl, to be honest. I mean, the Bills. And so, absolutely. Gabe Davis goes in motion here. And so it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And so Josh Allen picks up about 5 yards on a quarterback keeper. There was a quarterback today that did a quarterback sneak. Was it Dak Prescott? I think he had a quarterback sneak earlier that was supposed to be about 3, 4, 5 yards. But then he stayed on his feet, bounced it outside, and picked up, I think, about 25 yards on a quarterback keeper. When you're having a day like that, you know it's just your day. It is just your day. Ooh, so Gabe Davis grew up a Packer fan. Let's see. Jay says your fantasy team is on the line. Your record is 3-4, y'all. LOL. And so, how many points do you have between you and victory right now, Jay? Keep me updated with that. Keep me updated with that. Honestly, I mean, I won't mind if Buffalo just goes ahead and runs out the rest of this clock and stuff like that to preserve you an opportunity to win with your fantasy team and stuff like that. Because my team will get a W. Plus, I still got Joe Mixon left and the kicker for the Cleveland Browns, York. So I'll be all right. Let's see. Eddie says I'm watching Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Keep me updated. All right, bet. Jay says you're up 103 to 96. Keep us updated with that. But 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the fourth. Bills, they got a fullback in the backfield. Will they be running the ball here? Packers have already started to stop the clock. Snaps the ball here, gives it to the back, and so Singletary's running. Oh, he got tripped up. He got tripped up there, but picked up 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 right now from the Green Bay 38-yard line. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. All right, let's see. Old says, so if the Bills or Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, should it be called an L since they both went all out this year? And so, you know what? Honestly, I feel like in the playoff, we're going to get an Eagles versus 49ers matchup. An Eagles versus 49ers matchup and a Vikings versus Cowboys matchup. I might even say that might even be our divisional round matchups right there. And so those are going to be some of the big games to watch. Vikings versus Cowboys if they play in the playoffs, which I feel like they probably will. And then Eagles and 49ers. And the 49ers, that'll be a tough matchup because by that time they might be peaking at that time. You just never know. But would you call it an L? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. All right, but here we go. Out up under center here. Takes a snap. Going to give it to the back up the middle. That's going to be a first down here, which means more times and more timeouts. Now, Green Bay's got 1 timeout remaining here. But there is a penalty. Let's see. Jay says A.J. Brown got you 33 points today. And so, hey, A.J. Brown, he was not playing around today. I did notice that. Braden is still digging, y'all. I think we can tell Braden it's okay. You can stop digging right now. Let's see. Brandy says if the Eagles and Bills play, that would be a close match, but I think the Bills would win. Okay, so you think the Bills would win. And so I feel like it would be a very close match if they did play. As of right now, I would lean towards the Eagles winning by maybe a field goal, like probably something along the final scores of maybe 26-23, or maybe they win 24-23, something like that. I think it would be something along those lines. But, I mean, if Josh Allen, goes out there and plays his best game, then I'd give it to Buffalo. It's going to come down to the battle between those two quarterbacks. Braden says, no, not the, he says, no, not the Cowboys and Vikings. That'd be a nightmare. I mean, normally we have the Packers up there, but I can't say with good faith that they will be. So I'm just being realistic here, Braden. I mean, it could be the Giants in place of the Cowboys. It could be the Giants versus the Vikings. It could be. And let's see. Jay says, Bills play the Jets and the Vikings their next 2 games. And so that is right. The Jets and the Vikings. Okay. Those are some competitive matchups, especially when they play the Vikings there. I'm looking forward to that. Meanwhile, Devin Singletary does all that to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was moving like a jukebox, y'all, but he just got back to the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you what, though, as a Patriot fan, if there's one advice I can give the Packers the next time they play the Buffalo Bills, don't make Stephon Diggs angry before the game or during the game. Don't inspire him to go out there any more than he's already playing with a chip on his shoulder. Don't do it. And you can see these two teams still talking here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here. Packers have called their final timeout. 2nd and 10 right now. Now the 2-minute warning will stop the clock. But outside of that, Packers have nothing else to stop the clock with. Let's see. Jay says Bills play the Jets and the Vikings next 2 games. Let's see. Lewis says waiting on 2 points here. So all Lewis needs is 2 points right now. So if they can get a field goal right now and help Lewis out, that'd be great. So we all can be winners here. Let's see. Miguel says Diggs has that Jordan mentality. And so there it is. There it is. Jay says no reason the Bills can't run out the clock here. No reason why they can't. Let's see. Miguel says they need to run out the clock and stop playing around. All right, they got a fullback in the backfield here. Out in the punter center. Ball at the Packers 49-yard line. Takes it, going to toss it to the back. And so this time Cook. And so Cook is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Got third down coming up here. 3rd and 7 right now. Ball at the Green Bay 46-yard line. Let's see. Lewis says, or hold the score. Green Bay plus 10.5. Bet. Jay says, might as well out Allen on the bench now. Bills, LOL. Let's see. Brandy says, who do you think, in your opinion, is better? Vikings or the Commanders? Vikings without a doubt. Vikings without a doubt over the Commanders right now. I mean, definitely the Vikings, in my opinion, over the Commanders. But appreciate the question, of course. Appreciate the question there. I will say this for the Commanders, though. Impressive win out there for them. I'm glad they're utilizing Antonio Gibson. He is on my fantasy football team. So we got 20 people in our fantasy football league, so I got no choice but to keep a guy like that. But I'm happy to see what I'm seeing from Taylor Heineke out there with the Washington Commanders for fantasy football purposes. But Vikings definitely better. Definitely. All right, so Green Bay's got a guy that's currently injured right now. Oh, look at that. We got Aaron Rodgers with a smile on the sideline. Cameraman had to get that. You don't see that every day. You don't see that every day. This is a man that's accepted his reality at this point. He's accepted his reality. He's like, you know what? I am getting paid, aren't I? Let's see. Jay says, you think the Vikings should sign Cam Newton and use him on short yardage situation? Who is the current backup quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings? I know we talked about this before. I cannot remember who their backup is right now. What is it? Nate Mullen? Did they trade for Nate Mullen? Is that their backup quarterback? I think so. All right, here we go. Out in the punter center here. One back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Play fake. And so Allen looking to pass the ball. He throws it way too high. And more importantly, you stop the clock. They were trying to make the play there for the first down there. But there is a penalty here. That's going to be, let's see, probably on the offense here. Yep, on the offense. That's going to be ineligible downfield. So therefore, wouldn't have mattered. Let's see. Lewis says Bears are going to finish second. Green Bay third in the division. You know what, Lewis? I agree with you 1,000%. Because for the life of Detroit, as many points as they want to score, they don't believe in outscoring their opponent. So they're going to be where they're at right now. And then you know what? I could see the Bears, the way that Justin Fields has been playing the last 2 games, and if he keeps playing like that, I see the opportunity, the window for the Bears to be second. I see it. Let's see. Old says, if I'm his teammates, I'd be like, what the heck are you smiling for? And so, I mean, he's over there smiling. He finally cracked a smile just before he goes and talk to the media and say that, oh, man, my teammates, you know, they need to step it up, you know. They need to match my greatness. Jay says, I think Nick Mullins. And so, all right, so Brandy says Vikings backup quarterback is Nick Mullins. Okay. But it took me a minute before I thought about it. Appreciate that. It took me a minute before I thought about it. But, yeah, it is Nick Mullins out there. So, absolutely. But I will say this, guys. And so, next time, you know what? We do have Monday stream. So, we've got one more stream here before JB's birthday, which happens Wednesday. So JB's birthday will be Wednesday, but we will have the stream tomorrow and stuff like that. So, but JB's birthday will be on Wednesday. So that November 2nd date coming up. All right, here we go, guys. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left to go right now. So Packers here with the football, down by 10. Can we see a miracle perhaps? Takes a snap. Rodgers with it in the pocket, throws it. It's completed to the tight end. And tight end Tunyon is going to be about a yard shy of the first here. Second down coming up here, 2nd and 1. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, the score right now, Bills 27, Packers 17. And so 80 says he'll have a drink for that. Let's see, Old says, I would be getting cut or traded because of my mouth, and we all know I take no BS. Me and A-Rob would be fighting. Meanwhile, throws the ball there, and Romeo Dubs gets another reception there, and it's going to be a first down here. That's going to take them to the 2-minute warning. So the 2-minute warning, Packers down by 10. If you're Green Bay, you got to score something here on this drive, and then you're going to have to hope for an onside kick and then score again. Jay says Aaron Rodgers has had miracles before. That is true. You know what, old man? You remind me of that time when Geno Smith got pretty much his jaw rocked with the Jets, and then Rex Ryan went ahead with the Bills at that time and picked up the dude that did it. And so, if Rex Ryan was coaching, I think he'd be looking for you. He'd appreciate that toughness. Let's see. Brandy says the Bills probably won that, and so most likely that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, especially with the Bills' tough defense, Green Bay still has to move the ball, but they're at their own 36-yard line, and hey, that's what we love about the NFL. You don't know till it's done. That being said, though, if I was betting on this one, I would bet on the Bills to close this out. Let's see. Jay says, imagine if Belichick was Rodgers' coach, and so you know what? It would be perfect. It honestly would be perfect right there. It would be. Simply for the fact that Rodgers is already not enjoying the game. So, yeah, Bill would just, it wouldn't be a problem playing for Bill then. So, because he wouldn't enjoy it. But Aaron Rodgers likes to get paid, and that is where Bill Belichick will draw the line. The fact that A-Rod wants to get paid so much, Bill Belichick would be like, nope, you're going to take about $33 million over 2 years, and you're going to be happy with that. And so Braden says Aaron Rodgers bomb it. He wants to see A-Rod take a deep shot here. Jay says, I'm always a fan of kicking a quick field goal, then trying the onside. And so definitely. I mean, I would try my best to get that touchdown, but at some point there, I think I normally, especially on Madden, I probably wait too late, honestly, before I would try that onside kick and take too much time trying to score that touchdown. But you're right. Let's see. Mike says ugly game. I think for me as a Patriots fan, I think about it like if we did get the onside kick and I got to throw a Hail Mary pass up there, who the heck's going to catch that Hail Mary pass for me? I mean, other than now, probably Tyquan Thornton, probably. I would hope that he gets behind the defense. But other than that, who's going to make that big time play for me? I don't have a Hopkins on my team. So, yeah, that's probably try to score that touchdown first. But Braden says, agreed, Jay. Let's see, Jay says, I see what you mean, Mike. I'd be saying the same thing if it was my Chiefs. Mike says, ugly game. Let's see, Mike says, Poyer out all quarter. All right, let's see. All right, so here we go. Tight end goes in motion here. Rodgers gets the snap, throws it, caught by Jones, and so Jones going to pick up 5 yards on the reception. So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up here. Let's see. Brandy says, can you watch the game on Twitch? And so you mean like watch it live on Twitch? And so Twitch would take it down. I've only seen one person try, I think, on that before it got taken out after a while, but I do not think that Twitch would allow that. I'm pretty sure that they would not allow that. But balls passed there by Aaron Rodgers, incomplete. Let's see. And so Jay says, it's crazy how different we watch games when it's our team versus 2 random teams. And so, yeah, JB was not smiling at this point last time you guys saw him out there on the stream when the Bears demolished my team. So I was not happy. But Jake Paul, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? Appreciate you for coming through here on the stream. How are you doing? And how do you feel about this game so far with the Bills being up 27-17? Again, glad to have you here. Lewis says into the 3rd quarter and 93-85 Lakers. So, oh man, Lewis, things are looking good. Meanwhile, that pass right there completed. It's a Rodgers to Rodgers type of connection. 22 yards. Right now, they got the ball at the Buffalo 37-yard line here. 1st and 10. 1:08 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, can they get in field goal range perhaps and then kick a field goal before the onside kick? Let's see. And so Jay says, you can on Peacock, Brandy. And so, okay, I didn't know that myself. Didn't know that myself. Let's see. Mike says, "Oh, hey, Jake Paul." Jake says, "Good. Bet, bet." Again, glad to have you here. Braden says, "Getting a lot of new people in here tonight, and so bet, bet." Mike says, "How's your brother?" And so he is doing pretty good. He is doing pretty good. Appreciate that. Yeah, he is doing pretty good. Absolutely. I doubt Mike was talking about mine. Let's see. Jake says he's doing good. Bet, bet, bet. And so Mike says, let's see. Mike says Aaron Paul. And so Chop, what's good with you, Chop? What's good with you? Meanwhile, Rodgers dancing in the pocket here, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. Third down coming up there, but at least you stop the clock right now. At least. And so, Chop, what's good with you? Didn't notice you earlier, man, but appreciate you for coming through. You said Bills are winning, and so that they are, 27-17. And you said, do you want 2K? And so, absolutely. Absolutely. But, hey, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. How are you doing? And let's see, old man says, wait, Lakers winning? And so I'm in shock. I'm hoping that we didn't jinx it by mentioning it. But I'm hoping that we can win this one. I mean, I really am hoping because I'm tired of seeing Skip and Shannon talk about the Lakers just going down the drain every day. Well, here we go. 3rd and 10. Rodgers throws it over the middle. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 10 right now. So, 4th and 10 right now, ball at the Buffalo 37-yard line. There's 43 seconds remaining here in the game. Again, Buffalo's up 27-17, and they're going to bring out Mason Crosby here. Can he come through here for a long win and keep hope alive here for the Green Bay Packers? Let's see. Lewis says, got to make it. And so let's see. Jake says, how you guys doing? And so doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Glad to have you here, but doing pretty good. Nothing like some Sunday night football, you know. But, hey, this is a 55-yard field goal attempt here. So let's see. Can Crosby have it? Well, first we'll have to wait for a timeout here. Buffalo calls their first timeout here of the second half, trying to ice the kicker. Again, if they miss it, then this will be game, and the Bills can just go out there and take a knee. By the way, Jay, how's your fantasy team looking again right now? Let's see. Mike says Mason Crosby got the kick. His age 58. Mike says 24-0. Oh no, Raiders. Yeah, Raiders right now. I can't defend Josh McDaniels right now. I can't defend Derek Carr right now. I've tried my best to defend those guys. I really have. Let's see. Jake says Logan Paul said, hey, and so tell him what's up. Tell him what's up. Tell him JB Nation said what's up with him. Absolutely. All right, so this is a big field goal here. Big field goal here. I'll tell you what, though, that kicker for Carolina, though, Eddie, earlier, he looked spooked in overtime when they called that timeout and he lined up for the kick. I had a feeling he was going to miss it because the kid looked shook before the kick even happened. All right, but here we go, 55 yards to keep Braden's team alive. Kick is up, and, oh, man, he missed it. He missed it. But, I mean, given his advanced age out there on the field, I'm not going to hold it against him there. But the game is done. The Buffalo Bills have won this one. Of course, still 38 seconds, but they will take a knee. So they will be the victors here, 27-17. And let's see. Jake says K. Lewis says no. Let's see. 80 says JB, is Braden calling OT? I don't know what he's calling right now, but he's been digging all game long, so he's been ready for this. Let's see. Mike says he saw Baker. And so Jake says thumbs up. Appreciate that. Let's see. Jay says, and I win in fantasy 103-96. That was a close one. And so, hey, congratulations to you, Jay. Lewis, I'm saddened because I know that you need it to get those points for you to win that money there. But that is it. Allen is taking that knee, and that is going to be the final score. Buffalo is won 27-17. And so let's see. Jay says spams a thumbs up in the chat. And so absolutely appreciate that, Jake. Appreciate that and appreciate you. Meanwhile, Braden is still digging. Lewis says 44, really just shy of that 45 that he was looking for. 80 says, I'm sorry, Braden. And so, yeah, Braden, we never take joy in that, but someone had to win and someone had to lose. And so that's the final. But, hey, guys, JB should be back tomorrow there. We'll be back tomorrow for Monday Night Football. We've got the Bengals and the Browns coming up tomorrow night. So, hey, it should be a good one, a division game. Can Joe Burrow get his first win against the Cleveland Browns? It sounds so weird to say it. It does. But Lewis says he's now 13-12 on the year. 80 says he's drunk, join the JB Nation. And so absolutely, yes, have a drink for 80s and join the nation. Braden says see you tomorrow. Going to be doing the digging tonight. And so, yeah, take it easy. And, hey, have a great start to the week and enjoy your Halloweens. And, of course, we'll see each other tomorrow there. But definitely have fun. Have some safe fun, but have some fun out there. Mike says, great call, JB. Appreciate that. Jay says, great stream, JB. See you tomorrow for Monday night. Absolutely. And so, yeah, you guys take care. Lewis says, good night, everyone. Yeah, good night to you. Jake says, good night. Good night to you. Mike says, Braden, let's go. Braden says, breaking news, JB streams make you drunk. Hey, spread that news. Spread that news. Absolutely. Lewis says, JB streams the best, streaming the best. I appreciate that, Lewis. Even though your team did beat my team, I'm going to overlook it. I asked you to let us win, but you know how that goes. And so, absolutely, Jake says YouTube, absolutely. Mike says go Browns. Let's see, O says Lakers need to win because just hang it up jersey tonight. Can't think of his name right now, but he's an OG. And O says good game, better stream like always. JB, and so, yes, appreciate that. Jake says happy Halloween. Yes, happy Halloween to everyone. Bring out your best costumes. Get your candy. Nobody can say nothing about you having as much candy as you like. And just enjoy yourselves. We'll see each other again tomorrow. And with that being said, JB's going to go ahead